What is up, everybody, and welcome to the WAN Show. Happy Friday. We've had an interesting day. I was just having a long conversation with some of our leadership about overstock on some items on LTTStore and cash flow and money being tied up. And then today we had the opposite problem. We launched our TrueSpec cables, which, by the way, I've got to give credit to, I think it was Dave on the branding side.
You're going to say the name, right? The name's so good.
We had so many different ideas for the branding.
What's up with CW naming? They're either like, this is widget number A, or TrueSpec.
Or they nail it.
Yeah.
Incredible.
TrueSpec is so good.
TrueSpec cables are here, and we sold out of some lengths in like 20 minutes. Opposite problem, good problem to have. Just freaking out a little bit as a, small to medium business owner that just, can't ever seem to get it perfectly right. But hey, it's definitely better than the opposite problem. What else we got going on today? Okay, I found one that's good news. The iPhone 5S from 2013 got a security update.
Yeah.
I just want to take a moment to highlight that because that is so cool. What else we got going on?
Reddit found a card skimmer on the Canada Computers checkout page, which might explain what's been happening to us for a few years now.
Find good news, Luke. I want good news WAN Show today.
Okay, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. That one's kind of neutral. Not that one. Definitely not that one.
I already can't, Dan.
Not
get rid of him.
Not that one.
Get rid of Sir Ability to Karen. Okay. Because I can't anymore.
I'm not prepared for this.
That one's debatable. Well, it won't be for you, but you know what? Someone's going to be happy about this. YouTube's anti-ad block system just got smarter and harder. Wait, no, that is good for you and not other people.
What?
I'll find another one.
I highlighted one for you. I'm making it easier.
Where is it? Wait, scrolling up, there's no way. Oh, yeah, sure. No notes. Final count. Well, that part I don't need to say. Final count for StopKillingGames petition verifies 1.3 million of its 1.4 million signatures, well above the minimum to be formally considered by EU politicians.
Okay, so StopKillingGames has got some momentum.
Talk about it.
That's super cool. The show is brought to you today by ZeroBounce, UPDF, MotionGrey, and XSplit, alongside our wrap partner dbrand, our laptop partner Razer, and our chair partner also Razer. Sharp sponsorships, but not a Sharp chair. And you're checking the laptop.
They've had Razer laptops in the past have had surprisingly sharp edges.
Okay.
And I think they rounded these a little bit.
They learned about bevels.
They have figured that out.
All right. Why don't we jump right into our headline topic, which is, okay, fine, it's a CW call out, but we're gonna do it anyway. The long-awaited,
more like ad show,
LTT TrueSpec cables are finally freaking here after... Oh, God. Were we actually on this for 5 years? I think it spanned 5 calendar years, but I think it was more like 4. Our cables have arrived in just 5 hours. They have almost completely sold out. However, we did anticipate that maybe this would happen. We kind of hedged.
Okay.
So we weren't sure, right? Because on the one hand, we knew that they were going to be at the pricier end of the market.
Yep.
But in my humble opinion, extremely fairly priced for the quality
with
that
how much
they
are stressed how expensive they were going to be. I thought they were going to be. I'm not saying they're cheap, but I thought they were going to be more expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
You really pushed the they're going to cost a lot, and I was braced for it.
Maybe I was.
This was the first time I saw the price. Is when it was online.
Maybe I was so fixated on how much they were costing me.
Oh, okay.
Because they're expensive. Like, compared to what I would normally expect my inbound cost to be on, like, a 3-foot cable or a 6-foot cable or whatever, the cost is very high. Remember, we sampled from, in the video, we sampled from dozens of different OEMs.
You haven't seen this, I don't think. Do you want to see where some of that cost went? We have LumaField scans of the cables.
let's get to that. Let's get to that soon. Let's get to that soon. But first, yeah. They're very expensive because the cable stock is really expensive, and it's they're good, right? But no, I don't think they're unreasonably priced at all for what they are, and so I wasn't sure because we can guess, but we have no analog for this.
You've never been in this market category.
Not at all.
You've also never sold anything from this market category.
Not at all. And so we kind of went, okay, well, we don't want to go crazy and just buy $5 million worth of cables or whatever, because then we don't have venture capital in our company. We can't just spend someone else's money to have a bunch of stock and then spend someone else's money to market the bejesus out of it and then and make sure we move through it. We just are spending our own capital, right, as a company. So we were sort of conservative on the initial load in. The other thing we didn't know was what the mix would look like, because we tried to do something a little bit different and offer what I call sort of tweener SKUs. And that's a term, I don't know if that's an industry term, but it's certainly a term that I've heard before in the IT industry.
In between.
So I remember learning about this concept back when I was working at NCIX, and I was talking to one of our senior product managers about hard drive sales. I was like, this is so weird. To me, the enthusiast who goes in the bulk aisle and then goes and compares to the packaged one, right, to find out which one I'm paying more or less for per 100 grams. Like, should I buy Lindor chocolates in the bulk bin or should I buy them in the package? Because often the package is actually cheaper, but not always. But in the bulk bin, you can pick exactly which flavors you get. So these are the kinds of considerations that I might make when I go to the grocery store. So it was really confusing to me that we had a really great price on 640 gigabyte hard drives because they weren't selling. And I was like, this is so weird. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, the 750 gigs are priced really well too, and those aren't selling either.
Everyone just looks for 1 terabyte?
But the 500 gig and the 1 terabyte
so I need a cheap one.
Are moving like Billy-O.
Yeah.
And so my boss was explaining to me, he kind of goes, yeah, no, it's the problem with these ones is that they're tweener SKUs. We don't make the rules. People just like whatever they perceive to be nice round numbers.
Sure.
And they will gravitate towards those, even though, this one might have an advantage of being a single platter design or all these techie, decky, details that a big nerd like you might care about. The average customer doesn't care about or notice at all. They just want to see nice big round number. And I'm like, okay. And so I had this kind of idea for the TrueSpec cables. Which
is funny because sorting out all the junk in my house, I found my old hard drive bin and I had a bunch of 640s. Nice. I didn't really think about that until now, but yeah.
Like our water bottles and like our desk pads, I wanted the idea to be a fair price regardless of the size, and you shouldn't need to buy a 6-foot cable if all you needed was 4 feet. In order to reach wherever it was you were trying to go. So I had this idea that we would offer in between sizes as a way to differentiate, and as a way to sort of reinforce our ecosystem of cable management products. So our magnetic cable management solutions. But I had no idea what the mix would look like. Was the entire industry right that everyone wants a 1 meter or 3 foot, or a 2 meter, or approximately 6 foot cable, or was there a market for a 5 foot cable or a 4 foot cable? I didn't know.
And it turns out everything in the middle. No in-betweener, doesn't matter, go for it or don't go for it, just everything in the middle. When you look at the drop-down thing, just the really short ones are still there. Yeah. The really long ones are still there. And everything 10 feet to basically 1.5 feet. Everything just below 10 feet and everything just above 1 foot is just gone.
Yeah, so that's...
Which, by the way, if you're watching this and you checked them earlier and it said unavailable and you had the same confusion I had for like a split second, which was like, why did we not order any of the ones in the middle? No, we did. It just sold out. Unavailable means it's coming soon.
So they added restock soon wording just right before the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, we wanted to get an idea of the mix. So what we did was we brought in a guess. And then what we also did was we ordered more raw cable stock that is sitting, staged, ready for production.
Smart.
So what that means is that our first restock, instead of coming in May or June, is going to be hitting in March. Because we have pre-produced raw cable stock and terminations.
Sweet.
And we just need to do a little bit of number crunchy, go crunch, and figure out exactly what lengths we're going to cut them into, get them produced, and get them shipped over here. So we're going to get on it as fast as we can.
That's a good idea.
Nobody is less happy about us being out of stock than I am. I promise you that. But hopefully now that you guys can kind of see what the process looked like for that, you can kind of understand why we did it. I saw the most ridiculous post on Reddit. Typical, they bring in just a little bit to hype the demand and make it seem... Oh my God. Do you really think that I didn't want to sell more cables today?
Well, some companies do that.
Sure, for
but
like
we're
some
actually not a hypebeast company.
Limited edition, like we're gonna make 3 of them Supreme Brick or something. Yeah, fine, whatever. But they're cables. I want to sell as many cables as humanly possible.
We would love to sell cables.
Like, come on, man.
I kind of want to do a super nerd version of the cables video. Any thoughts, peeps? Floatplane?
This is Tynan. I saw that, and I actually flagged it for writers' meeting.
Channel?
So we're going to talk about it. I think I don't even know if it would go on a CW channel. If we get around to a Labs channel in the near future, or maybe even a full LTT release on the restock. Is the way that I'm leaning right now, because I think that a lot of people really want a deep dive on the cables.
I would.
So I'd be potentially down. Tynan, I'm not committing to this right now, but I would potentially be down for us to look into a rental of one of the really high-speed scopes. Because one of the challenges for us in doing the 40 gigabit cables
was... Could we
just
visit someone?
Possibly, but even then, like, that will take some time. But what would be really cool is one of the challenges for us to do 40 gigabit cables was that we can't validate them internally. It's really freaking fast, 40 billion per second. This is like incredibly short timelines here. And so for you to actually measure the eye, so the gap in the rising and falling, we don't have equipment that can do it. Like our cable tester, Tynan, if you could give me a hand on this, but I think our cable tester was able to do up to 10 gigabit, and I think we had to go external for 20 and 40. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong on that. It might have been that we could also do 20, but I know for sure up to 20. Thanks, Tynan. So I know for sure we couldn't do 40 internally, so we had to go outside for that validation. So I think it'd be really cool for us to get our hands on the equipment and show, like, guys, this is the time scale we're operating on, and this is what our eyes look like, and really deep dive. I don't know, man. It's it could be a good opportunity for us to talk about the cables again, get super geeky, super nerdy. Hey, speaking of super geeky stuff, do you want to pull up the LumaField?
I have a few things to show in regards to super geeky stuff.
Hold on, I should probably just a couple more things. Okay, they come in USB A to C and USB C to C for now. Lots of speed and length options for a clean setup. Makes a great pairing with our magnetic cable management solutions for the ultimate desk setup. They also come with our Trust Me Bro warranty. So this is a limited lifetime warranty and is meant to show you guys, we stand behind our products regardless, but this is meant to formalize how much we believe in this product. Obviously, like any limited lifetime warranty, there's terms and conditions with respect to, obvious abuse and wear and tear and, that kind of stuff. But go ahead, read through the full thing. We're extremely proud of this product, and we stand behind it, though.
So if you want, you can flip through the Google Drive link there to see all the photos, and then I can load up the actual LumaField link if you want to like view it in some other way, and then I can try to manipulate it. Because the on laptop LumaField viewer can struggle sometimes.
All right, what are we looking at here? Oh my god, oh my god, she's so sexy.
The twists when you get to see the twists from the back, it's
from the back.
It's pretty.
When you see it from the back,
it's pretty cool. You can see all the little wires.
Yeah, dude, it's.
Thanks, Lucas, for doing this, by the way.
It drives me crazy how much we take stuff like this for granted. We look at a cable and we're just like, cable, whatever. But like, look at it. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. Wait till you see some of the other ones, man. There's a bunch of photos. I mean, you can just click the arrow. You don't have to...
Oh, whoops. Derp.
There you go.
Oh, my God.
That's a fun shot.
Ermagerd.
And you got to think, like, that's blown up pretty big. That's really small.
Yeah.
That's so small.
Like there's a lot of engineering that goes into just a quote-unquote simple cable termination. So you can see here's the shielded coax high-speed lines right here. Hey, Tynan, what are these ones? Are these ground or low-speed data? Tynan would know.
It'll take a sec, but yeah.
Yeah. Probably CC lines. Thanks, Tynan. She's gorgeous.
That one on the right's fun, yeah.
And yeah, to do something properly, guys.
This
nothing
one is so sick. There's also some differences here.
Nothing
for
simple.
People that are watching. There's some differences here in like the lengths and capability of the cables. There's also A versus C and stuff like that. So I believe this is one of the like higher spec ones. Lucas was explaining to me. Hopefully I didn't butcher that.
Tynan's addressing a question that a lot of people have had with respect to Thunderbolt. So, okay, couple things. DisplayPort alt mode should work perfectly fine with the 20 gigabit and 40 gigabit rated cables. As for Thunderbolt, we are not certified in any way for Thunderbolt. But what I will say is that I plugged my laptop's Thunderbolt port. Oops, let's get that out of here. Not sponsored by that. In fact, I've been having some issues with that. So I plugged into a Thunderbolt port on my laptop, and I plugged into the back of that big Dell 6K Thunderbolt display that's in my office, and our cable worked.
I've been running a Thunderbolt display off my laptop for the last 6 months off of one of these.
Yeah, so it depends. When Intel opened up Thunderbolt to third parties, when they basically kind of gifted, I believe it was Thunderbolt 3 was when they did it, when they gifted it to USB-IF. All of a sudden, magically, regular USB cables, as long as they were rated for a high enough speed, started working. So just because you're not Thunderbolt certified, that doesn't mean that it won't work.
We're not promising that it will.
With a Thunderbolt device anymore, because Thunderbolt 3 and USB 4, if I recall correctly, are kind of like... They're not the same, because Thunderbolt is Intel's certification level, where it supports some optional features, but they're like kind of equivalent-ish in terms of bandwidth. And many cables that do support USB 4 should work between Thunderbolt devices. What it won't do is it won't do the maximum Thunderbolt 5 bandwidth for sure. That we know. Not that we know, like that we know of. Like that we know for certain.
That's all neat. You got to keep going through those slides.
Sorry.
Tynan said that is either the 20 gig or 40 gig, which makes sense.
Which one?
The one we're looking at.
Oh, yeah. That's not a USB 2 cable.
Yeah,
this has too much girth and too much sex appeal to be a USB 2.
That's the shielding.
God, it's beautiful.
Cable section and shielding. And then this is fun. This is a longitudinal scrub.
Oh, yeah, so you can like see the twist.
Going through it.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
It reminds me of a loading screen.
Yeah.
For like, PlayStation or something.
That's super cool. I
mean, there's more, but we have kind of seen most of it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the
All right.
other one is that there is an article now on LTT Labs on TrueSpec cable voltage drop testing, yet again from Sir Lucas. You can scroll down and see that they did test results on a few different brands of cables, and they did it. You've got your output voltage on the left, current on the right, and then your drop over distances. It's fun. It's very cool. Check it out.
Capes said Thunderbolt devices do fall back to DP alt modes, so Thunderbolt monitors will work.
Okay.
I did not know that because I had not really looked into it since the OG Thunderbolt monitors, like Apple's early Thunderbolt displays, and I think there was an LG 5K back in the day that was Thunderbolt only, and those ones really were Thunderbolt only. So my bad. If that's the case, then make of it what you will. These are USB cables. They're not Thunderbolt certified.
Another thing about this is that we have a new style for our articles. So we have table of contents on the right and a little loading bar as you're reading through them. And people kept asking us where the RSS feeds and stuff were. So we called it out here so you could see it.
Cool.
And then if you didn't see it there, it's at the top of the latest articles thing here. And then if you didn't see it there, it's down here. So I think you'll find it. I think you'll be fine now.
Anyway, in a nutshell, really happy with how the product turned out, and I'm really happy that we at least have some additional cable stock staged, and we will we'll let you guys know as soon as it's back in stock. But in the meantime, what you can do is you can sign up to get a notification. So if you find a length that you want, you can click this button. Enter your email
also
address.
Help inform how many people are interested.
And yes, that'll help inform us in terms of how many we order of each size. So definitely a good idea to pop in there and get a notify me. All right. What do we want to do next?
Should we play the thing?
Play the thing? I don't think we need to talk about the cables anymore. There's
Okay, next topic. What is this thing?
I don't know.
What is this?
What thing? What are you
Is this
talking
a
about?
tech topic?
What are you talking about, Willis?
This? Okay. Is it a tech topic?
I can't see what you're pointing at.
Highlighting it on the dock, it's called
it's
the
tech-ish.
internet.
Yeah, sure.
A 1%er is not what it used to mean. A now removed post from Me IRL was outlining
on r/me IRL. It's a subreddit.
I know.
Oh, well, the way you said it sounded super weird.
Okay.
All right.
Sure. Was outlining an adult creator's income for being in the top 37% of creators on the platform. It's an adult creator platform. You can put it together.
Yeah, it keeps your PC really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you only use fans for that.
Yeah.
Not
yes.
other cooling methods. They stated that they brought home less than $100 a month. Several commenters followed up on the post outlining some examples of other industries that have similar effects.
Yeah.
For Steam, over 50% never made more than $1,000, and only the top 5% make more than $200,000.
So I just thought this was really interesting because we think of when you think of a top 1%, if you thought top 1% anything, whether it's OnlyFans, whether it's Steam, Spotify, Twitch, YouTube, you might think, oh, you're balling or whatever.
It's also really crazy, even going from in any performance field, basically. And what I mean by that is not singing, dancing, or this thing. What I mean by that is anything that is effectively competitive. If you go in almost all of those fields, if you go from the top 1% to the top 0.1, the variance between those is similar to I don't know, the top 1% to the top 50. It's crazy. The last little bit is nuts.
Yeah.
It's
the extremes at the edge of the bell curve are
There's that guy, I don't remember his name, but he was in the NBA. He was benched almost constantly, but he was in the NBA. And he made this comment of yeah, but I'm here. And the gap between me and you is enormous. The gap between them and me is a lot closer than the gap between me and you like think you can make it. And then I'm going to get some of the story wrong, but like a bunch of people challenged him and he went out and played basketball against them and just wiped all of them.
Well,
Like, yeah. Like, Brian Scalabrine. Yeah, that guy. So if you want a more accurate, I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me. Yeah, that was his quote.
Yeah.
It's like,
so another one, and to be clear, none of this is like verified. It was really interesting to me to hear these anecdotal stories.
But we have lots of examples of this from YouTube, from Twitch, from all these different places.
So for Spotify, someone piped up saying that their band, which is in the top 20%, never made more than $500 in a year. And that's not just on Spotify. That's across all services.
Yeah.
So you can be one of the top you can be more popular in terms of streaming than 4 out of every 5 bands on Spotify, and we're talking like $40 a month.
And this is exaggerated by platforms
like a couple meals
that you can create an account for in roughly a minute. But even if you look at more older school traditional businesses, like the competitive nature of restaurants.
Yeah.
For example.
Meanwhile, on Twitch, Elijah put this together for the topic. Someone with about 20 viewers, which you would look at and go, bro, give up.
Yeah.
You know, if you were a negative Nelly.
Yeah, a big mean guy.
Yeah. Someone with that 20 viewers would be in the top 1% on the platform. To hit 0.25%, you would have just 120 viewers. And like, I can tell you, as someone who has seen Twitch checks before, that you ain't like working full time with 120 viewers unless you are able to also leverage off-platform revenue sources.
Yeah, I suspect there are some people that do, but we're getting into like, it's on average, probably not.
It's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. And then with an average viewership of 1,500, that would put you in the top 0.01%.
This exactly lines up with my comment. Top 1% is 20. Top 0.1% is 1,500. Like the range you start getting is insane in those like little percentages.
Yep. So anyway, this Reddit thread sparked a lot of discussion about how concentrated earnings are and spending among top creators across all these industries, and even had people comparing this to real-world wealth distributions such as salaries. So this was a pretty cool little table here. Okay, so the 1%, right? You think of, a lot of people would think of the 1% as like the problem with society, right? Like we had the 1% Occupy movement and all that. So the 1% on OnlyFans is getting like shy of $250,000 a year. And that's your top 1 out of 100. So there are 99 people showing their butthole that are getting less than that.
Specifically that.
Out of every 100. Out of every 100. And then real world, right? So you're basically 1%, you're like a successful dentist, if that kind of makes sense. And I don't know about you guys, but 1%. I never really
a successful dentist is $600K a year
in the States. Yeah, it depends what you're doing. Not if all you do is like cleanings all day, but if you're doing anything beyond that, yeah, of course, yeah, absolutely. If you're running your own practice in particular. And like, I don't know about you guys, but personally, I never really felt like my dentist was the problem growing up with society. Definitely like a good surgeon would be able to bring that in. Someone says not in Italy.
This is
and
USD.
That's fair enough. Yeah, we're talking USD here. And then what's really wild is the fall off. You can be in the top 2 to 3%, and now you're still making like a good income here. You're still making a good income here, but look at the fall off.
90th percentile dentist in the U.S. is $263K.
Is that okay?
But private practice owners report. Private practice owners report over 600. So yeah, if you own your own practice and it's going well, okay, sure.
By the time you get out of the top 10%, this is wild. You're literally making 1/360th. Am I doing the math here right? 1/360th
Oh wow, yeah, in the top 12
of the top 0.1%. That is flipping crazy.
That is, again, a lot of these platforms where you can create an account in a minute.
Yeah.
Are kind of like this. The barrier of entry is effectively zero plus butthole.
Anyway, we're not doing a deep dive into this topic.
Deep?
But it was just something that it was something that I just thought was pretty interesting, because obviously it's a,
Sorry.
what now?
That really is a low barrier of entry.
I mean, there are chastity belts.
I'm just saying it is low. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh man, Floatplane chat, you're doing good. Okay. Sorry.
I thought it was pretty interesting because I think that that this sort of perception that just sort of anyone who's kind of getting views on Instagram or through their reels, or anyone who's getting views on YouTube or Twitch or other websites,
It's
is
quite an
just
accomplishment.
like raking it in or whatever, and that's not necessarily the case at all, unless
And
they
some
are.
people really are,
Yeah.
but
Like, clearly, I've worked hard. My team is amazing, and I've been very successful on social media, but it's not a given at all. And so I don't know, man. I thought it was interesting. That's all. So I brought it to the WAN show. Hopefully it was interesting, and the only takeaway wasn't just butt jokes.
it's a pretty good takeaway.
Yeah.
I'm pretty okay with that takeaway.
Yeah, we got
Windows Phone fans rejoice. Next Computing's upcoming Next Phone dual boots Android and Windows, and even Debian Linux. Let's go. When docked. Okay. The device runs the full ARM version of Windows with a custom skin made to look and feel like the old Windows Phone UI.
That is so cool.
That is kind of cool.
Yeah, XDA has a great article on this. This is really cool.
It's built around the Qualcomm Dragonwing QCM6490, a modified Snapdragon 778G. When docked, you get a full desktop environment. That's cool. But UWP, or Universal Windows Platform, is no longer recommended to developers, so Windows apps don't have the responsive design required to adapt to small screens. That is unfortunate. XDA content director Rich Woods said the experience of launching a Windows app on the phone isn't too pleasant.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I suspect that's a kind way of saying it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say that I super miss UWP because there were definitely some problems around gaming with it, if I recall correctly. I honestly have not thought about UWP for quite some time.
I'm not convinced. Oh, man, this is not UWP, but I had to download and install Minecraft last night.
That's just Microsoft Store or Windows Store.
Bruh.
I know.
So I went to the Minecraft site, went to go download it. I was like, oh, nice. I don't have to go through the store because that's the worst experience ever. So I can just download it. That's good. Download it, go to the launcher. It failed the install because I didn't read the little part. There's a hypertext link. It's not even a button. It's just a hypertext link that's like, make sure you're signed into the store. I didn't read that. I just clicked install.
Yeah.
So then I went and signed into the store. It was already signed in. It just wanted to launch.
Yeah.
So, okay, whatever. And then I click install again.
Yeah.
Download goes to the complete end.
Yeah.
Never completes. Have to close that. Then I try to launch it again. And this time the launcher does is it launches the store, and then the store launches the launcher again.
If you want to really
What
play,
are we doing?
If you want to really play on hard mode, set up a computer for your minor dependent, and then try to play with them. Seriously, it took me like an hour plus to get all the permissions sorted out for me to play multiplayer games with my kids who are in my family unit.
Did you play Minecraft together?
Minecraft Dungeons. Minor. All right. You know what?
I don't know if he can ding for himself.
I think he
No,
can.
no, I dinged you.
Yeah, but
I was checking to see if you made that joke.
He didn't, though.
He said minor. It's a pun. He just didn't know he made his own pun.
You got to stop saying minor. Dr. Disrespect's going to show up.
Oh, my. And maybe a few politicians.
The doors are locked. We're okay.
A gaggle of politicians.
I can hear them driving up now.
Or flying.
I mean, at their age.
Waddling. Yeah. Man, I had a point. Don't remember what it was.
Quality show.
Yeah, I honestly, I find Microsoft Universal Sign-In stuff is just universally terrible.
Well,
I
it's not
appreciate-
universal.
Yeah, and
Like, how is it that I sign? They force me to sign into Windows, and then I still have to sign in again to the store, again to Edge, and again into
and
Minecraft
if you're
Launcher.
not gonna remember my login, don't ask.
Yes. Thank you.
Stop. It's so annoying. I always click yes out of hope. And I just know it won't work, but I'm like, please.
I know, me too. Every time I sign into Teams, I say, don't ask me again, and this application only, not device-wide, because this is my home computer. I just need to message somebody on Teams right now.
And it's frustrating because they have like amazing compatibility with everything and stuff. It's just so bad. It's frustrating. Use multi-MC. Is that some other like launcher client thing? I'm not surprised there is one. That makes a lot of sense to me. Multi-MC. What is this? Alternative launcher. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, maybe I'll grab that instead. It's like pretty annoying. The Microsoft one is pretty annoying.
All right.
There's arguments. There's other alternative launchers. Okay. All right. I think I found the Linux community of Minecraft people. I will figure this out on my own time.
Yeah, please.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, let's talk about something pretty trash. I am not really that happy with this.
Oh
So
yeah, this sucks.
This is from Best Buy, and this is in their like product details. Why does your site say the comparable value is $459? The Acer website says the MSRP is $299. Okay, so here's the answer. This is from someone. But basically, Best Buy, oh my God, has started pulling this horse shit where instead of showing a regular price and just, a special price or whatever their price is, they've added this compare value. So this is a $210 monitor, which honestly, doesn't look like a terrible deal for $210. 31 and a half inches, 180 hertz. Tell me the resolution. What's the resolution? Why is that 2560 by 1440? You know what? Looks great. Not at $460. Definitely not that. So what is a comparable value? Our comparable value prices are based on the price at which the product or a comparable item was or in the future will be offered for sale by Best Buy, marketplace sellers, manufacturers, suppliers, or other retailers online or in store. Such prices may have been identified by Best Buy or provided by marketplace sellers, manufacturers, or suppliers. Purchases from Best Buy offer many advantages over purchases from others, and we invite you to learn more about our pricing, the services we provide, and our price match policy.
That's just obviously ridiculous. You know how they have like gold leaf burgers that cost like $1,000?
Yeah.
So McDonald's could just be like, well, I mean, a Big Mac is comparable to $1,000.
Yeah, it's available now for $1,000 off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Snow Pig put it pretty well. Lol, so it's any number you want.
Quite literally is what that means.
Yes. If they've ever seen it, they can kind of go, yes, that one, please.
No, not even. They said we'll be in the future.
So, yeah.
So they don't even have to have seen it yet.
Right. So I'm kind of thinking this needs a dedicated LTT video where we basically go, okay, look, starting at, compare at, And what was the other one that really made me mad? Hold on. There was another one that I wanted to add to it. And up to. Starting at, compare at, and up to need to go. They've got to just be
Starting
illegal.
at is incredibly annoying.
Yeah, because what does it even mean?
There's almost always some like obvious junk thing in there.
Yep. Yeah. There are exceptions. So the current gen Mac Mini, starting at, just buy it. Love it. Love that computer. It's like actually an outstanding value for what it is. But by and large, starting at means here's a craptastic configuration that we created so that we can have this price, but the one that you really want costs way more.
Like actually way more.
And we're making a ton of margin on those upsells. And then it's the same thing for up to. I mean, we ran into this. I don't think this video's up yet. Well, it's coming soon. We finally got our hands on an RTX Pro 6000. So that would be, I don't know, kind of inside baseball. We tried a new workflow for this video. Let us know if you liked the video. It was prepped by the labs, closer to like a short circuit product sheet. And then instead of just hosting a short circuit off of the product sheet, I spent a couple hours turning it into an LTT script. And so it's like an LTT, but it's like a hybrid between like the labs sort of product test workflow, the short circuit like host prep workflow, and the LTT writing guidance editing workflow. Like, so we're trying some stuff. We actually did a very similar thing on our Ryzen 9850X3D video, which was also, that one was actually written in an hour and a half by me with some really good prep done by the labs team.
Let's go.
And I think I want to say it was was it Blue for Eli who did the guidance? Whatever. One of the writers, one of those two, I'm pretty sure, did the guidance for it. And I just feel like having people do smaller bite-sized chunks of the work in this way is actually helping their creative juices flow a little bit better. We talked about this in writers' meeting today, but I thought that both Elijah and Plouffe, who have been the main guys who have been doing guidance on these videos that I've been writing recently, really did their best visual guidance work for the editors on those videos that I wrote, which is kind of unintuitive because you'd think that as you're writing, you would have a better idea in your mind for what you want visually.
I think I get why it would work, actually.
But what Elijah said was like, it's more just like fatigue from looking at something for too long.
Yeah.
And when you're coming into it fresh and offering like a new perspective,
They're seeing this thing and being like, oh, I would like to see this here. Let me go find that thing and suggest it.
exactly.
That's cool.
So it's I don't know, it's pretty cool. But what was I talking about? We did the up to. So up to, we found, was doing some extremely heavy lifting when it came to clock speeds on that RTX Pro card. And we ran into multiple situations where it actually underperformed compared to an RTX 5090, even though it has 3 times the VRAM and costs 3 times the price. It has 10% more CUDA cores. It theoretically, I think, either clocks the same or higher. Basically, there was no downside. Normally, these Pro cards, right, they'll have more CUDA cores, but to account for the extra power, they'll advertise a lower clock speed. In this case, it didn't. It just had more everything. So theoretically, it should just be faster across the board, but it wasn't. And we found that sometimes it wasn't clocking as high because up to. Sure, compare at.
Yeah.
Starting at. I'm tired of it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably a good opportunity to discuss dark patterns.
Bezag says it's like saying the new LTT TrueSpec cables start at $1, but just having a SKU that nobody would want and pricing it at $1, and then everything else is, $15 to $30.
We do something else that's kind of funny.
Oh, what do we do?
Well, the 0.032 feet cable is the same price as the 16.4 feet cable.
Well, yeah, because that's
So you could say starting at $29.99 Canadian. It also ends at $29.99 Canadian.
Yeah, we could do that.
You could have a really short cable that was free and then just out of stock all the time.
Well,
Is that illegal? Probably.
starting at free. You could sell one, and then I think it would be illegal. You could restock one of them every like quarter.
Not a bad idea.
There are multiple prices. It's complicated. Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, there are multiple prices for some of them.
Oh, wait, there is.
Yeah, but it's not by that much. So you reach a certain point where it becomes not just about the labor cost, and like the actual size and weight of it start to matter, and the sheer length of cable stock that you're using do start to matter.
Oh, there is.
Yes. It does vary a little bit. Not as much
Not a
compared
ton.
to other things.
And it seems to only get cheaper than what I said, so I don't feel too bad.
Sorry, I'm just noticing something here that I need to
Sometimes
deal with.
spending a session of noticing is something I've learned is valuable from Wendell. Sometimes you just need to notice things.
Yeah. I'm noticing a thing that I need to follow up. Okay, cool. Anyway, so yeah, not cool, Best Buy. And the thing that annoys me here is that because Best Buy is a leader in the market, it's a matter of time before this gives other retailers permission to do the same thing. And then all of a sudden, nobody knows what to compare anything at, unless, of course, as part of that video, we maybe kind of review various price comparison tools.
Cool.
And shopping tools.
Nice.
That way it's more than just, because
Someone needs to make vinegar.
I mean, look, right? Like we did that I don't want to be angry anymore video recently, right? And I don't. And I do think that there's a lot of upside in the world of tech, right? There's a lot to be really happy about. There's a lot to be really grateful for. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't call out bad behavior when we see it. I want us to be really focused on offering up solutions to it, if that makes sense. At the same time, like still approaching everything that we do with constructiveness at its core, if that makes sense. Because I've seen some people go, okay, well, so what, Linus? You don't want to be negative, so you're just going to be positive about everything? Absolutely not. But I want to have an intent. I want to have a point to the negative things that we're shining a light on. I want to accomplish something through it. I heard from a company that has gone through some difficult challenges in restructuring and rebuilding over the last little while, and one of the things that and this was an employee of the company, not a member of the leadership team, but one of the things that they flagged for me was that some of the coverage of the struggles that they had gone through did not in any way help them turn the ship around, and if anything, made it much more difficult for people to stay employed and people to get paid and to please their customers. It was just, in some ways, there were good elements of it, where a kick in the butt was needed, some motivation was needed, but the destructive rather than constructive approach was like super unhelpful for anyone involved. And I thought that was a really interesting perspective to get from someone who's gone through something like that.
Obviously, you can't name, but I'm interested. Yeah.
Oh, I can just tell you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, apparently they're like doing a lot better now, and things are going good, and they want to like partner on some stuff, and we're really excited to see them come back, because they've been an innovator for many years, and they made some mistakes, but
I don't know much about them.
I think how you recover from your mistakes says a lot more about you than whether or not you ever make them. What else we got?
Depends what the mistakes are, but yeah, okay. Yeah.
You know what? That's an interesting. That's an interesting conversation. I saw that there was a convicted murderer who was appointed to like a police advisory board of some sort, like a citizen advisory board, and this caused like a major fracture within the community where It wasn't that he didn't hide anything, but they like didn't ask and just, went through it. And there were people on both sides. Some that were basically like, look, that's a felony offense. You like killed someone. You should have nothing to do with any kind of law enforcement ever. And then there were other people that were going, okay, but hold on, this guy like seriously reformed and has spent considerable energy trying to make amends and be a positive force.
And when you're doing advisory stuff, someone just pointed out, like, if Catch Me If You Can, I mean, I don't think he killed people, but Catch Me If You Can is a good example of, like, sometimes you need people who are informed from the other side to help you be better at what you're doing.
Yeah, anyway, I honestly, I'm not even trying to go all centrist on this. I don't have a take on it. I don't know how I would feel about that. If I was someone that had a connection to the victim, I'd feel super emotional about that, and I'd feel very negative about it. If I was removed from it though, and looking at some of the, well, like you said, like practical benefits potentially of having a reformed offender involved, I don't know. It's really hard for me to say.
I think we're getting into topics that we're far from experts on.
Oh, yeah.
Not that isn't effectively always true, but like...
Well, I don't think that's always true.
I'm memeing a little bit.
We've been an expert on something at least once. Always is such a big word.
We did talk about buttholes earlier in the show. Maybe that was it.
I mean, I've got one. I think that entitles me to an opinion.
Sounds like it to me. I think, like, yeah, I don't know. It's, are people redeemable is maybe not a topic for the WAN show. I'm just sitting here thinking, like, should I say anything? Probably not. We're gonna move on.
Sure.
What was that? How did we get on that?
I don't know. Does it matter?
Sure.
I really don't know.
It's like maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I do think you making a video about the Best Buy thing could be good.
Yeah, I want to do
think
that.
It could be a good time to yet again highlight dark patterns.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Yeah, dark patterns suck.
A little bit multifaceted. I think that could come later on in the video.
Yeah,
but I think it could be a little multifaceted. But yeah, speaking of things that suck, Microsoft says it handed over BitLocker encryption keys when the government asked. Cool. Microsoft has confirmed that it handed them over to the FBI during a criminal investigation last year, and says that this isn't unusual.
Yes, it is.
Apparently
it might not
to them.
be, but it should be.
To me, that means we've done this a bunch. According to the company, it receives around 20 requests per year and will comply again if the government follows the proper legal processes. If you sign into Windows with a Microsoft account, BitLocker keys are automatically backed up to Microsoft servers, tying them to your account and devices. From Microsoft's perspective, turning those over is just another lawful data request, but privacy advocates argue that quietly holding encryption keys defeats the point of encryption.
That thing he said just now.
Interesting. Microsoft notes users can request to delete stored keys and local account workarounds still work. They're trying to make that not a thing,
dude,
to be clear. Did they actually say that?
It's become such a hassle, though.
Did Microsoft actually note that local account workarounds still work? That's crazy. But most users don't even know this is something they can do. Did they actually say that?
I don't see that in the Windows Central article.
The way this is worded, it could mean that they just noted that you could request to delete your stored keys. And also, they didn't say this, but that might be what they meant.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
Cool.
If they said that, that's crazy.
I doubt it.
I don't think they did. More bad news. LG subscription program for audiovisual devices. LG launched a new subscription program called LG Flex in the UK. Whoa. in the UK for premium devices such as TV, soundbars, monitors, and speakers. They have partnered up with Raylo, which offers subscription services for other brands such as Dyson, Apple, and Nintendo.
I've never even heard of this.
Me
Raylo?
neither. Is that a UK thing?
What the devil is Raylo?
LG Flex subscribers can opt for a 1 to 3 year subscription, with longer terms having a lower monthly payment. At the end of the term, the customer can decide to get a free upgrade with a new subscription. That's not free. With a new subscription, keep paying monthly or return the device to leave. Oh, to leave the subscription terms, I guess. Ars Technica calculated that under a 3-year plan, the subscription would cost more than buying a TV after 27 months.
Okay, so here's a Nintendo Switch 2 refurbished. Oh, very good. Raylo certified refurbished. Okay, very good. 36 months would cost me £11.99 a month. Okay. Calculatrice. So 12 times 36 is £432. Nintendo Switch 2.
Refurbished.
No, I'm going to compare to brand new.
Okay.
Because I'm curious. Smythe's Toys? Is this a UK thing?
No idea.
Sure, I'm happy.
It has a little banner in the
Like,
corner.
you see that little dark pattern there? Yes, I'm happy.
Yeah, what was that? It was a cookie banner?
Yeah, it was a cookie banner.
Yikes.
Wow. That's a yikes.
$385. Brand new, not refurbished.
Oops. What did I do here?
What were you calculating?
Cool. Yep. There's your problem right there. There you go. $432. So literally I could get the Nintendo Switch 2 Mario Kart World bundle.
So you get a game.
So if I plan to have this thing for 3 years, then I should not do this.
And you could buy a snack. You could get the console, a game, and a snack, and own all of those. You know, you might eat the snack, but you could own all of those forever.
This one's so weird. I know that carrier subsidies for phones are not as much of a thing, like overseas. But as someone who grew up with carrier subsidized phones, where you effectively pay for the phone monthly anyway, buying like a non-carrier locked phone
like the price of what a plan used to be.
Yeah, it's like what?
Like I used to get stuff with this along with the phone.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So this would cost me like a couple $100 a year for an S24 Ultra. That doesn't actually seem that bad. The iPhones seem like
though. You might not own it at the end. You have to give it back.
Yeah.
There's no not giving it. Well, okay, hold on.
This is another one we actually shot a video on this week. I don't know if you know this, but I remember now.
Yeah, you could you only get to keep it if you just keep paying monthly. I don't think they have like a pay the rest and buy out.
So we actually did a video on this week. HP has a rent a laptop service now. Oh. Yep. So hold on. Wait. Hold on. Relax. One of the SKUs comes with a SIM card. And your rental includes your data plan for it. It includes next day on-site service. And you can just apply for an upgrade. So when we were looking at it, we compared it a couple of different ways. We compared it to buying the device outright. And where's your break-even point there, right? And then we also compared it to reselling. Where's your break-even point if you resell your old device? And then the last one that we looked at was, okay, but what if you are what if you're a frequent upgrader and you would be like buying a new device? And then we looked at it both in terms of if you, right. If we looked at it in terms of if you resold and in terms of if you repurposed. There are SKUs that we've looked at and we went, okay, this might not be absolutely crazy depending on who you are and what exactly it is that you're trying to accomplish. If you're someone who is not tech savvy, does not want to deal with buy, sell, trade, and just wants a working laptop all the time. There's like one SKU that is like a pretty decent laptop and comes with the data plan and like could potentially make sense. And it seems like HP kind of figured out that the value was too good for some of them. And the other program for gaming laptops that they launched later, it was pretty hard for us to find anything that made any sense.
Have I been a good boy? Can I respond now?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. It's
There
a
you
free
go.
country.
That's honestly pretty much all I have to say.
Yeah. As long as you can count on them to keep the price the same, then it's great. Except, well, yeah, this
Exhibit
there.
A.
However, we actually found that the best deal was to rent it for a year, return it, and then buy the same one after it had depreciated for a year, which is interesting.
That's kind of funny.
So
That is kind of funny.
However, we found that the pricing for this particular model on the buy it outright, so your compare at, felt really high compared to what we could find this particular laptop for in the used market today. So basically what I'm trying to say is your point isn't invalid, and this whole you'll own nothing and you'll like it thing is toxic. But that doesn't mean that there might not be deals out there, and we should be open to something that's a better deal and then immediately closed once it isn't a better deal.
If there isn't a reasonable alternative, and I don't feel like they're going out of their way to make it so that there isn't a reasonable alternative, and it takes constant upkeep, a subscription is fine to me.
Yeah.
But in a lot of cases, that's not. It's like the heated seats subscription. Like no, you can just leave. That could just be a button. You don't need to constant upkeep that. That is unnecessary. That should not be a subscription. Go away.
And it depends on how you use it too. Like
Fair.
if I used Game Pass to play a whole bunch of single player games over the span of a year, and then I canceled my Game Pass subscription, it could be a freaking great value.
If you're playing an entire single player game a month,
yep.
it's probably still not that bad.
No. Yeah.
Especially
However,
if you're playing new ones. I don't know if Microsoft is publishing new full-fat AAA titles once a month.
well, yeah, but you might have a backlog.
True.
You check out
but
what's
then
on
those
Game Pass.
games are not going to be that high value.
Sure.
When it's at 30 USD a month.
However, if you're the kind of person who no-lifes one game for 6 months at a time, it's crazy to be paying for Game Pass. Right? So look, I'm just saying, horses for courses. Sometimes something can be a really great value, and then the next month it can't be. And we just have to have the discipline to cut off that subscription when it's not a good value anymore. But that's how they get you, right? That's the lock-in that they want. They want the laziness lock-in, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'd never heard of this Raylo thing before, but, oh man, this is always funny to me. 4.5 stars on Trustpilot. It's not clickable. Okay, is it though? Raylo, Trustpilot. Is Trustpilot one of those ones that it's basically just like you bribe them to have a good score?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay, they do have 4.5 stars on Trustpilot. How do they have 21,000 reviews?
And they're all 5-star?
Do we believe
Can you go up to that?
Not all.
Oh, okay.
Not all. Do we believe this, though?
I mean, I don't.
It came next day promptly. It was in pristine condition, wrapped up perfectly. Feel happy with the phone. It's a perfect gift to my kid bro who's been down these days. Hope it will lift his spirits. There is no way that this is real.
Is there some reward for leaving Trustpilot reviews?
This reviewer was automatically invited to write a review following their experience with the company. This type of review is automatically labeled verified.
Automatically.
Good service.
Is that a link?
Deliver
Oh,
on
it's just the
time.
title. Never mind.
This one I actually believe.
I believe that one.
I believe this one.
Yep.
Why would you leave a 4-star review and this is the only thing you had to say about it?
I kind of might believe Janine's one as well.
Sorted my problem I had, and very grateful for the help and understanding they were problem solved, and very nice was the manager. I don't know, dude.
That does not sound like an LLM output.
No, but it's shocking to me.
Oh, check our history, yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to. It's shocking to me how much spam doesn't seem to use an LLM output. Like, the number of bots that are not writing like...
Might be more expensive.
I guess.
Why bother?
All right.
If it's working anyways.
All right, Janine. So 4 days ago on Trustpilot, very understanding and compassionate.
Very efficient and lovely friendly. Just so positive.
Of Lowell. What is Lowell? Debt collecting? Ooh. No fucking
The combination
way.
is brutal.
No
That is rough.
way. There's no way. No shot. Let's keep going.
We look too far into the abyss.
Let's keep going.
Look back.
The next one.
Run.
Okay, so very adjective and adjective. Very adjective and
Lovely
a couple
friendly.
more adjectives.
Lovely friendly is great.
For morethan.com.
I'm going to use lovely friendly often.
Insurance agency. Oh, this is so paid. So paid. You just reviewed a device rental company, an insurance agency, and a debt collector, 4 stars or more. These are the 4-star reviews that are designed to make the 5 stars seem plausible, brother. There is just no way that this is a real person. Sorry. I would like to see more.
There's a 3.
Every just ring doorbell once and don't bat on the door loudly frightens me. What are you talking about?
They just want the person to ring the doorbell once, not like because it scared them.
Logistics service.
Come on, now it's just ESL stuff.
No, it's not. This is
think
not
it
a
is.
real person.
Okay.
I'm sorry. There's no way.
Sure, but like that sentence is,
There's no way this is real. Also, like, okay, what's her first language?
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, I have some familiarity with the patterns that you might see in written language for various first languages. Most of the people I've encountered whose English second language looks like this do not look like this. I can tell you that much.
Origins. Last.
What is
name,
BRSK?
theory.
Internet service provider. Dude, these are all spam. Now, it is possible that this is human spam. That is possible. I also think it is highly probable that this is highly probable that this is bot spam as well. All right, anyway. So congratulations, LG, on the partnership with Raylo. Did you finish getting through this topic? Yeah, you did. Okay, let's move on. Should we probably do sponsors? We should really get sponsors done. Okay. Or we can do merch messages. You know what? Let's get sponsors done. Let's do 2 of them. The show is brought to you today by ZeroBounce. If your business does any kind of outreach, automated or otherwise, your emails are no good if you are sending them out blind. So what happens if your messages never make it to their intended destination? Our sponsor, ZeroBounce, says that over 28% of emails disappear every year, whether that's from people changing jobs, losing access to their accounts, or using fake emails to sign up for things. ZeroBounce helps verify fake emails and clean them from your system. Within minutes, ZeroBounce can rid your inbox of bounces, spam traps, and fake signups. Plus, they are SOC Type 2 Type 2 certified and GDPR compliant, keeping your info safe. So try ZeroBounce now and use code. Oh my goodness, I can't read. Use code WAN20 to save 20% on any of their plans.
How does it feel?
To not be able to read?
Mm-hmm. That was a lot of Luke-style mistakes.
Thank you.
Made right there.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
you know what? I feel strong. I feel jacked and like I have a more positive outlook on the world.
Your stat block changed.
Apparently, SOC2 is pronounced SOC2. I don't have a ton of familiarity with email systems, so thank you. I appreciate that. SOC2 Type 2. That does make it easier to say. The show is also brought to you by UPDF. When working with PDFs, most readers can be pretty limiting in what you can do with files. UPDF is a PDF editor, annotator, and converter that works across your desktop and your phone. UPDF has added cross-platform AI tools that all work with one account on as many devices as you need. You can edit text and images, just as though your PDF is a Word document. Or you can use OCR to turn physical scans into searchable documents and convert things into .doc or Excel sheets without breaking your layout. If you need help finding sources or summarizing a PDF, their AI Scholar research tool can speed up the process. Hit up the link in the description to grab their new 2026 discount and upgrade your workflow with UPDF. Legit useful tool, though, actually. Shout out people who just don't use PDFs in the first place.
Yeah, big shout out.
For those times when we're stuck with one, shout out UPDF. All right. Should we do merch messages?
Yeah.
If you are not... Wait. Dan, you baited me.
What do you mean?
You put up the sign. It needs to say checkout chats.
Oh, did we decide on checkout chats?
Well, we're definitely not calling them that anymore. I ended up in a whole debate with someone on the subreddit over this, where basically they were like, I fundamentally disagree with Linus's objection to the word merch to describe the products they make, because I view merch as something that I buy for a higher price that's just to support the person I like. And I was like,
buddy,
okay,
buddy.
you just...
Hello?
You weren't even done your sentence and you proved my point. We don't want anyone's charity, and we respect your hard-earned money enough to make products, not merch. Products, not merch, that are a good value and good quality and that we stand behind. So calling them merch just doesn't work for us.
I like supporting other creators. I've bought a decent amount of random merch stuff. I'm a huge supporter of something that I think we were at the front of the curve for, which is like YouTubers getting into like real products. A huge range of YouTubers, by the way, not just like reviewer people. I think that's super cool. It's a really cool industry. It's really cool having people stand behind their product and be excited about things and blah, blah, blah. I'm very into all of that. A lot of merch is just trash.
Well, that's the problem
just
too.
Manufactured waste. So we're trying to get away from that. That's all it is. It's tough because it's like literally the word just means merchandise, which is definitely exactly what it is. But then words are how people use them realistically. And the way people are using merch in this context is describing it as something that is at a cost level that does not equal the value return that you're getting. But you're doing so in order to specifically just support someone, which is not the goal of the store. So it makes sense that they might want to redefine. Hopefully that makes sense.
All right, cool. So checkout chats. If you're new to the show, the way to send in a message is not via super chats or Twitch bits or anything like that. Instead, you can send a checkout chat. All you got to do so.
I think we need a better name than checkout chat.
Well, we're working on it.
Okay.
We're going to call it that for now.
All right.
All you got to do is head over to LTTStore.com and you can throw, tech pants.
Commerce communique.
Tech pants. Tech pants are here. Tech pants. Okay, add to cart. All you got to do is add it to your cart. And you will see the, whatever. We're going to get this updated. Don't look at it. The point is, you will see this. You can type a message, and it will go to producer Dan, who will put it in the, one of the little boxes that appears, or he will respond to it, or he will curate it for me and Luke to respond to. Oh, you do have to actually complete your order. Listen, it's been a very chaotic week. I'm doing my best.
Product prompts is pretty okay.
Really PP?
Merch? Yeah, exactly.
So if people buy a lot, they send a big PP?
Yeah, do you verify your gamers? Do you actually verify your gamers? Do you make sure that they are verified actual gamers?
I mean, I've been known to do that before, yes.
Interesting.
Do I have to do that now?
I think we should still cook on the name. I don't know if product prompts is merch messages flows nicely.
Yeah,
we
check out
can
chat flows.
find something. Yeah.
And we can just make it CC instead of cock. And then it's like, also credit card. Give us your CC. Give us 5 CCs of love.
That sucks.
Through the
That's terrible.
through the internet.
I'm not saying PP's the way to go, but I think.
Well, I mean, we could try it out. I've got a pretty short PP here from Sergio. Howdy, LLD. Any update on the DIY home battery? Has it made you more conscious on how you spend daily?
There is an update coming. It has been in the works for quite a while. Pankratz and one of our new writers, Danny, who is now off probation, have been working on it. We have we already did part 1, which you saw, which was, there were a lot of comments about what could have been better. It's great. Thank you. Keep them coming. Part 2 will be the proof of concept for what will be the final deployment. And then part 3 will be the scale deployment. And I got to say, being conscious of how much I'm spending isn't helping me spend any less right now, which is frustrating because I just have a bunch of stuff to do before I can sort of tone down our energy use. But it is absolutely something that I want to do at home because, yeah, it's a lot, is what I'll say.
Let's see, another one here. Go away. Hey, DLL, any new updates on the solar at your house? What works well and what would you change now, having had the solar system for a couple of years?
Okay, yeah, updates. So the plumbers who plumbed it into the walls of the pool, they filled it and didn't tell me. Or maybe they did tell me and I forgot. Anyway, all the PVC piping cracked in the winter, so the plumbing side of it doesn't work at all. As for the solar side, the good news is they're perfectly functioning solar panels. And we got a deal from the manufacturer on them, so it doesn't really matter if the plumbing doesn't work because I didn't pay more for them than I would have for regular solar panels. I'm still up on the deal, I guess, apparently, maybe, probably not. The point is, in Vancouver, solar panels were more of a, hey, so that we can make content,
neat.
And it's cool, and less of a practical, you should definitely spend money on this because we just don't get enough sun a year. But man, there's days when it's a sunny day and I'm looking at it, I'm like, dang, that is a lot of power coming out of these. And that's pretty neat. Oh man, there's a robot messaging me about like a bunch of stuff.
You could call. Sorry, Ginger Nutted, great name in Floatplane chat. Gave a really interesting idea. You could call them tweets.
Oh my God, we can.
Can we?
Why
Is that a
not?
thing?
I think so.
Wasn't there somebody going after the trademark already?
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't.
It's
know.
not very good, but it's
Okay.
funny.
Cool. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a meme.
It is a meme.
Tweak out to tweets.
Now would
Thank you,
probably
Beholder.
be since we're talking about checkout messages. Com, that's kind of neat. Com, I don't know. Send a message through the com port.
That's not too bad. Checkout messages is better than checkout chats.
Yeah,
Checkout messages is better.
com port. That's actually not bad. We're doing comms now. Checkout messages.
I like comms. I like the abbreviation more than the wording, but I think that's fine.
Okay.
LTTStore comms.
Yeah, and if someone sends like a really strong one, it could be like a ComDom. They send a lot.
We have another thing to maybe talk about. Do
Yeah.
you want to talk about it now? This thing?
We should probably finish talking about like all the products that we launched this week.
Oh, that's what I was going to...
That one last. That one last for sure. So Luke is actually... yeah. Luke is
I'm wearing everything.
decked out head to toe in a couple of legitimately really exciting new products for us. So he's...
Look at my butt.
He's where...
Everyone look at my butt.
I mean, Okay, but hold on, don't go away yet. So what's cool about the tech pants is that, yeah, cool. They're very. You went and stood right behind the laptop, for crying out loud, Luke. Now you got the. Do not put it there. No, I still need you to stand.
Timestamp that, Noki.
Don't timestamp that. Noki doesn't want to do that. Okay, move that.
Where do you...
Okay. The point is, what's cool about the tech pants is they're very office attire friendly.
They are.
But they have extra hidden pockets if you're more of a cargo kind of boy. So there's a pocket there. You could stash a phone there. That pocket actually goes all the way across the front, by the way. So you can actually put like a ton of stuff in there.
Grilled cheese sandwich.
While following the office dress code. So there's like a little hidden zip. There's another hidden zip on the right hip, I believe. In the seam. So you've got your regular pocket. No, up. There you go.
Oh.
There's a hidden zip right there. You'll figure it out. Oh, God. Okay, yep, there we go. So you've got, so you can put like something that you want to be a little bit more secure in there. To be clear, it doesn't have like RFID blocking lining or anything like that. I'm not talking about that kind of secure. I'm talking like just you don't want anyone to put their hand in your pocket and notice it. Zipper pockets on the regular pockets as well. And then at the back, I believe... hold on. Yes. So in addition to the two back pockets, there's a hidden zipper pocket right where your right finger is, I believe. There it is. Or is it just a pocket?
I think it's just
okay, extra pocket. So they're kind of like an office friendly like cargo pant, but not a cargo pant.
They're like cousin is a cargo pant.
Yes.
They are not. And they don't really give the visual indication.
No, they're like a white collar cargo pant. Mm-hmm. Really, really excited about this product. It's one of the things that we've been legitimately extremely successful with is office friendly, but really tech forward clothing.
People asked about the fit of the polo. It feels longer.
I believe
which I like.
They are. Jamie was saying something that it was a bit longer.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a longer cut.
Probably
if I stand up and measure it on my longness, it's slightly longer than normal, I would say.
Which kind of makes sense. So I think that can maybe look a little bit professional and is probably nicer for the people that want to tuck it in.
Yep. So just like some of our other sort of office attire, we've added just a little splash of fun, a little splash of color. Obviously, it's a high-quality garment, so it's a 10-cell cotton blend, so really soft, really smooth feel, custom knit collar and cuffs, plus a do-not-drop branded button, all the buttons are, they just have like a little cute, can you see it? They say do not drop on them.
Oh, that's fun.
Just a subtle LTT touch.
Adorable.
You're not going to read that unless... you're like the person wearing the shirt, so it won't stand out in an office environment.
And there is LTT branding on it, even though it's probably pretty hard to tell.
Oh yeah,
very small, embroidered right here.
Black on black LTT branding, so
should be totally fine.
Right above the nip.
I think I've been really happy with the photos coming from Creator Warehouse for a long time now. I think the photos for the shoot were like sick. Really captured the vibe really effectively.
They've been doing a really good job.
Just want to give props.
And then there's one more product launch today. I know. What a day. 4 product launches. We had the cables, we have the premium polo, we have the tech pants. Tech pants, I think, have been in development for like 2 years or something like that.
These feel nice.
They're really nice.
These feel very nice.
People have seen me wearing them on camera a few times. I've been demoing them for quite some time. I've been really pleased with the stain resistance of them. That's not to say that that's necessarily an advertised feature. I don't want to set incorrect expectations or anything like that, but for a light colored garment to survive in my environment where I live in is pretty remarkable. There's a couple of other little things. There's a subtle safety feature. So there's a reflective stripe inside the cuff that becomes visible when it's rolled up. So if you were, say, for example, someone who bikes to and from work and you still wanted to look workplace appropriate, you can roll them up and there's a reflective stripe in there. Cool. I think that's probably enough.
That's neat. I wouldn't have noticed that. I think it's not like you don't really feel it, which is good.
Gusseted crotch, so just extra comfort, whether you're biking or just running between meetings or whatever.
I did notice, like I put them on and walked for a bit, and it was nice. And then I came to the set here because I put them on right before the show and sat down. And when I sat down, I was like, oh,
yeah,
that's pretty.
Yeah, they're comfy. Yeah, they're really nice.
Pretty comfortable.
All right.
I don't mind wearing these for a bit.
All right, Luke.
Woo!
Intro it, Luke Cam. Last product.
This might be my favorite packaging for anything we've ever done. It's so cute. My goodness. I even like that when it's like a little bit out, it just feels like there's sand at the bottom.
Nice.
I like it so much. I'm so happy with these. I sort of knew these were coming.
Wait, can I have that?
Yeah.
Okay, one quick thing I'm going to jump in with. We are rebranding. Yes, we're rebranding the precision screwdriver that has the bit storage in it, the Pro. What does that mean? I don't know. We'll find out later, but this is going to be the Pro now.
I heard the whole story and agree with it, but I do wonder, what would Linus say if this was like a tech product?
And that it's Pro?
And that it got renamed.
Oh, that's interesting.
WWLS.
Yeah, I'd probably be annoyed with it, but I understand why we did it.
Exactly. I don't necessarily disagree.
And
it makes sense.
There have been times when that rationale did not exist. So I don't know, man.
Trying to capture it. There it is.
Hey, check it out. Yeah. Check it out.
Yeah, and like that's cool. And it still has the. I'm not going to fully. Oh, I spoiled it. It still has the magnetic door, but behind the magnetic door,
Floatplane exclusive precision driver.
I got to line these up before people get upset.
With Floatplane color scheme.
I will fix it for the OCDs. I got you. Hold on. Okay, it's all good. Okay, it's all right. It's okay. I fixed it.
Also, is the anodization on that driver incredible or what? There, now it's in focus. It's okay. Luke's new to being on camera. He's never done it before. First time.
No, the problem is my eyes suck, so I can't see. So I can't tell.
I mean, you could get glasses. That is an option.
It still has this. They're in the car.
Terrible. Nice, satisfying bearing.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same driver.
Yep.
It just looks cool. It has multiple different colors of blue because the Floatplane blue is not exactly an official thing. So, which is kind of nice.
Yep. Still comes with the detachable magnetic parts tray with the little segments in it. And, yep, it's everything that you already knew and loved about the Precision Kit Pro, which is what it is now. But a little more blue. Available exclusively to folks who are subscribed to LTT on floatplane.com. All right. Okay, there. Now we're through all the products that we launched this week. Jeez.
Only a couple.
That was crazy.
How many cable
Just a few.
SKUs were there? It's like 16.
Yeah, something like that.
Damn.
Yeah, it's been a whole thing.
Yeah, there's been a couple merch messages today. Just a few.
Okay, what else we got for today? What do you want to talk about? We could talk about Iran's internet blackout. This is brutal, man. It's now been 22 days since the Iranian authorities have imposed a near total communications blackout in response to anti-government protests, during which as many as 30,000 protesters are thought to have been killed. Fixed-line internet, mobile data, and internet voice calls have all been cut off, with domestic communications and Starlink communications also seriously disrupted. Some connectivity is now slowly being restored, but the Iranian government is reportedly utilizing deep packet inspection and a whitelisting system to impose what an anonymous Iranian cybersecurity professional has called digital isolation. International internet access won't be reopened until at least March, but it will never return to its previous form, according to an Iranian government spokesperson. This new approach is also expected to have a major impact on the effectiveness of VPNs and Tor connections. So this is seriously
that's not good.
A problem and a trend that, as technologically driven control tools get more and more sophisticated and better understood, is only going to increase in certain parts of the world. Hopefully not all of them, and as few as possible. So just wanted to flag this for you guys. This is a real problem. Our stance is that this is Terabad. Was there anything to add, Mr. Luke?
I don't think so. Starlink is an interesting one because I'm not sure necessarily how they are like jamming it or stopping it. I don't know if they've requested that it doesn't, because I know that that is a thing that you can do.
Not sure.
Not necessarily that they would comply. I'm not saying that, but I know that you could ask for that. In places like China, with the Great Firewall, VPN usage is like a extremely open secret. Like everybody kind of knows.
I have a feeling Iran might not go quite the same route with that.
This is what I'm kind of thinking. I also don't know exactly how this is happening. Like, would it even be possible? Are they even connected at all?
Far Now asks, I wonder if the global internet is dying, if there will only be regional nets. That's exactly what this means. Like, RuNet's a thing. China's own firewalled internet ecosystem is a thing. Yeah. The tools exist, and it's big business providing these tools to authoritarian regimes. It's happening. It's coming.
Yeah.
Magic Cheeseburger says Molvad VPN apparently has several anti-censorship methods to obfuscate VPN traffic. I wonder if they can get around this packet inspection. I hope so. I hope that the VPN companies win the arms race here, but obviously
this is.
I feel like when it gets to whitelisting, I think there's only so much you can do.
Bro,
what's up?
Is it TeamSpeak? Sorry, Noki linked this thing. Obviously, like this, the whole thing sucks, but it's kind of fun hearing things like this. Apparently, over 1,000 Iranian DotA players, like at once, were playing Dota 2 local hosted lobbies, and this looks like in a locally hosted TeamSpeak server. And the video that we have on this, if you full screen it, is just scrolling through all of the different voice lobbies that they have going in a TeamSpeak server that seems to be called Dota Iran.
Wow.
Which it's so cool seeing people come together in horrible times. Like obviously it's a horrible situation. I don't want to praise that, but like it's pretty sweet that not only were people able to get together to a certain degree, but they also got so many people together, and like this spark of unity amongst terrible situation is cool. So I'm props to the people getting that going.
Yeah, Ginger Nutted says, it's both sad and terrifying to see people who are just like you and me.
Yeah.
Just regular gamers
exactly.
who just want to live in peace and play some fucking Dota. Like, just be left alone to live their lives and function and, sometimes dysfunction if we're being real about the Dota community, But do it on their terms.
Yeah.
Cool. The iPhone 5S just got a security update. Apple quietly released updates for some very old iPhones and iPads, including devices running iOS 12, 15, and 16, some of which hadn't been patched in years. The updates renew a security certificate, so services like iMessage, FaceTime, and Apple account sign-in will keep working past January of 2027. Our discussion question is, should Apple be praised for keeping decade-old devices minimally functional, or is this just the bare minimum to avoid breaking its own services? Well, I wish it didn't deserve praise. And yet, in the world we live in reality, this is something that has to be noted. Like, I'll be the first to call out Apple when they do something that's anti-consumer or monopolistic. But
this is cool.
That means the rule is that I got to be the first one in line to put their dick in my mouth when they do something that is genuinely cool, like making sure that someone who bought an iPhone 13 years ago is still able to use it if they can tolerate the experience that they're having on that device.
It's gotta be pretty rough, but still.
That's pretty cool.
Speaking of pretty cool, 1.3 million of its 1.4 million signatures were verified for StopKillingGames.
That's awesome.
Which is well above the minimum to be formally considered by EU politicians.
I had no hope for this.
Really?
Yeah. StopKillingGames. We talked about it. We promoted it. We were like, yeah, if this works, that would be great. But I didn't think it would make it. What were the odds?
Obviously in support of the idea.
Yeah,
I think
course.
when this first became a thing and I tried to talk about it with some nuance, it got a lot of hate, but then we were luckily able to lean back on the many years of examples of us supporting this general concept. The problem I have with things like this is I just hope that they get good consultants on the result. That's all.
Sure, but I just didn't think we'd even make it this far.
Totally. Yeah. And I'm excited about it. And the EU's done some cool stuff. So hopefully this goes well. And I'm feeling good about it. I'm just a little bit concerned that they might do something that
or they might
sucks.
Do nothing,
or
right?
That,
but
which
at
would
least
also suck.
It is forced onto the agenda of the European Commission. That is something.
That's cool. Yeah.
And if one region forces game developers to do this, whether it's to open source the server software or whatever it is, right? Partner with the community to run the services that are needed to keep the game alive. Whatever it is, if one region forces it, well, at that point, they've done all the work anyway. And a lot of the time, it will bleed over into other regions, which is what I'm hoping for, because so far, Canada's got its hands full doing a lot of other stuff right now.
We're pretty busy. Maybe we don't work on this right now.
The U.S. is...
There's this big...
got his hands full doing a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of stuff right now.
There are definitely things.
Yeah, they're definitely... Boy, are they ever doing stuff. I'd say things are going pretty good down there right now.
Yeah.
This is funny. Bernardo Baruch said about the Apple topic, it's like seeing a mayor actually do their job. Yeah, it's basically like that. It's like, I shouldn't have to be impressed by this, but I so am. Mm-hmm. I so am. All right, what's next?
Reddit found a card skimmer on the Canada Computers checkout page. A Canada Computers customer has discovered a card skimmer embedded directly into the company's website checkout page. The malicious script was found siphoning names, addresses, and credit card details to a third-party server in real time, suggesting a server-side compromise rather than a single browser-based attack.
Ooh.
Reports indicate fraudulent charges dating back to early December, meaning the breach may have gone undetected for weeks. Or, really potentially longer, considering it's saying fraudulent charges. They might have been harvesting for a long time before they started actually using, which is extremely common in these cases. So I suspect it was a lot longer than that. Canada Computers has not yet issued a public statement, and affected customers are being advised to review recent credit activity via an email. Dang. Is an email enough of a notification when dealing with this big of a security breach? What should companies do to handle this? I don't know how much more you can really do than that.
I don't know, other than not have it happen in the first place, but clearly that ship sailed.
Yeah, they're a relatively small shop running a internet commerce operation. It can be tough out there. This is one of those things where it's totally the consumer advocacy of this, something's got to happen, all that kind of stuff. Are we effectively just funneling everyone to big players managing their stores for them? Is that a good thing? Do we want that?
No, we don't want that.
Then sometimes there's going to be some security problems. Even with the big players, there are going to be security problems.
I know. But, see, this is the issue, though.
The overreaction to stuff like this can result in...
No, you're so right.
...scaring people away
Do you get tired of it?
From being responsible.
Is it just exhausting to be you?
I'm not right all the time.
No, but this is one that I gotta admit, I would not have seen that angle on.
Yeah.
If you gave me 2 hours to sit and think about it, I wouldn't go, oh my God, we need to chill out. We need to kind of let Canada Computers regroup, and we need to continue to support them because otherwise, oh my God, our only options are just going to be freaking Amazon and Newegg.
Yeah.
To be clear, Canada Computers almost certainly brought this upon themselves in a variety of ways.
They never responded to my email. Guys, come on.
I remember them being a meme internally at NCIX. You saw how broken our IT infrastructure was and our internal systems were. I think I showed you our product management portal and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then the punchline was, yeah, but Canada Computers was still using fax till a year ago. So right. But still, at least they exist. And I guess that's something that is kind of good. Yeah. Shout out Memex too. I guess those are our Canadian
Holdouts.
Computer retailer bros.
And that's the problem is they're holdouts. And I'm not going to single them out. I'll single out everything. Basically, it's not just the computer industry; it's every industry. Shops like this are holdouts, and in a lot of cases, they're not long for this world because things like this can potentially crush them out of business. And then you just funnel people to Amazon or whoever else, basically Amazon and Walmart. And the big box places that have extremely long histories of abusing people on much deeper levels than credit cards, which are often fixable because your credit card company, if you report it properly, will just give you your funds back and give you a new card.
Compare at unfixable. Sorry, that's calling back to an earlier topic.
Do you want to funnel to places like that?
No.
Right? So it's
don't.
Okay, I don't know.
No, you're right.
I mean, it's the same argument that I used to have with people who would rage at Blizzard developers who would say kind of silly things at BlizzCon.
Yeah.
Is the result of that, which we saw happen, was less developers on stage taking less questions, and if they do take questions, those questions being curated beforehand, which is less transparency and less good for you. You sometimes have to think about not what is the result that you want, but what is the result that will happen based on your actions.
Yep. So Canada Computers has released a statement. Thank you, the female audience, for posting this in Floatplane chat. So they're doing their best, complimentary to your credit monitoring and etc. We're investigating, we're doing stuff. So, thank you for, doing stuff. And hopefully this isn't too damaging to either the customers who were inflicted or to Canada Computers. By and large, we do want smaller, even if they are chains. We'd still rather have a smaller chain exist. Can you imagine that we'd be sitting here today saying that? I'd rather root for my smaller chain than the large, giant mega fish that eats up everything.
I mean, the mom and pop computer shops are gone.
Yeah.
There are a few.
Yeah, even Black Lab, I think, shut down.
Really?
Or the store did anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have gone mobile.
Yeah.
There it is.
That is another way of saying that we don't have a brick and mortar anymore.
We do on-site services, same great number, same trusted service. So this is the one that I bought out all the inventory of, and
that's a sick acronym.
Yeah, Black Lab on-site service.
That is a sick acronym.
I mean, he was a funny guy. He had a ton of personality.
Awesome.
That doesn't surprise me that he would have a pretty cool brand.
Super not surprised. And the next one on the order to get knocked over is places like Canada Computers and Memex, and again, all the other industries. I'm not signaling them out. Singling, sorry. I still have a bit of a clogged throat from being sick. I still have minor symptoms from being sick.
I still have a bit of a clogged throat from that apple praise. Oh yeah, we need to talk about Whaleland. Hey, our first Whaleland of 2026 is just 3 weeks away on February 21st. As always, we will have contests, challenges, and big team games that everyone at the LAN can participate in. Our gaming lounge zone is being amped up as we expand it with an additional projector and enough controllers to have 8+ players at each of the 2 120-inch setups. Plus, we'll have a product booth there.
Oh.
So you can grab some LTT store items alongside a unique Whaleland shirt or hoodie.
You know what might actually do quite well at a LAN is TrueSpec cables.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You should do Ethernet.
I don't know if we'll have any by then, but sure. Some tickets are still available at whaleland.com. Chewy asks if the ice cream machine will be back. Yes, it will. Whaleland.com. So you guys can go check that out. February 21st and 22nd. It is at Smash Champs Badminton Club. And you just click here for buy tickets. And here's all the information, including parking, schedule, hotel recommendations. Starforge. We're partnered with Starforge for the Whale ticket systems. I think we still have, Whale VIP is sold out. But BYOC Plus, so you have an extra foot of table space, is still available. Oh, goodness, not many. 9 tickets available for BYOC Plus, and we still have 100 tickets for BYOC, but don't just sit on that. At last time, at around this time, like 3 weeks prior, we had like 100 plus tickets available, and there were quite a few people that were like, oh yeah, well, there's like 100 left. No problem. And then in the days leading up to the event, they were like, where did all the tickets go? It's because a lot of people make these kind of decisions last minute. Don't be a last minute Larry. Get your ticket, because you never know when a group of 20 people is going to all buy tickets together and they're just going to start disappearing in very large chunks. Cool. Good chat. I eat. What do you eat? Not cake, that's for sure.
For dinner, it will be chicken and sweet potato.
He turned down score flavor ice cream cake prior to the show. That's crazy.
Things got bad, dude. Having no kitchen for 6 months because of renovation was bad. Things got bad.
This is my plate. I couldn't resist.
But I'm back on track again. Things are going good.
Heck yeah.
I got some progress to remake up. It'll be fine.
All right. We're also supposed to talk about Floatplane, apparently. Where's that? I don't even see it. Oh, yeah. Hey, what? We had 5 Floatplane videos this week? 3 clips, 2 bangers. Just circle and highlight the clips. No need to watch. Can you bring up the Floatplane? If you're a tech upgrade fan, you can check out Adam's tech upgrade, Where Are They Now? Showcasing what changed from the very first AMD Ultimate Tech Upgrade. Spoiler, Adam and Shay are engaged now. Good for them.
Let's go.
If you're more of a WAN pal, you can check out episode 19. Holy fuck, it's been 19 months of this. Of Why Is WAN Late? Where somehow Linus is the reason why WAN was late for all of January.
Wow.
I know, that's crazy. Also, Floatplane, Precision Screwdriver, very epic. Wow, V cool, Wahoo. What am I even?
Okay,
what am I even looking at here?
Noki keeps.
Who wrote this?
Oh, for sure, Sammy.
Is this Sammy?
For sure, Sammy.
That makes sense.
Very epic. Wow, V cool, Wahoo. Definitely Sammy.
Okay, lmg.gg/fpwan. There you go. I did it, Sammy. I did your thing.
Noki really wants us to watch the last 4 seconds of this with audio. I don't actually know what the last 4 seconds is. But I've got it queued up.
Okay. So I just go to Luke Laptop.
Dan, are you ready?
Luke Laptop Rier. Yeah. When is this from? Oh, this is on Why WAN Late.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this isn't on Why WAN Late.
What is this?
This is from like yesterday or something.
Oh, okay.
Ready?
Wait, where are you?
Oh.
What? Oh. I got so confused because.
What?
Was that clip mirrored? Can I see that again?
What are you so confused about?
Where are you standing?
Right here.
Oh, it's pointing. The camera's pointing to you.
The camera person is over there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll show you.
Okay, no, I get it. I get it. Yeah, no, I'm just an idiot.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Good chat.
All right.
All right, what am I supposed to be doing now, Dan?
We have sponsors. It's the only last obligation.
We should do a couple more topics first.
That was a good recommendation, Noki. Thank you.
All right, YouTube's anti-ad block system just got smarter and harder to dodge. YouTube users are reporting a spike in...
Linus rejoicing.
What?
Linus so happy. Linus winning.
What do you mean by winning?
I'm kidding.
Oh my God. Is it this again? Oh! I have
Twitter
never...
thread. Linus so happy about YouTube changes.
I have never told people don't use ad block.
Linus #1 benefactor of YouTube anti-ad block system.
Unless they are internal staff here for the express reason that because we make, as a company, so much of our income via ads, it seems a little hypocritical for us to block them our work time.
I think ultimately that that people have
That's
to review videos on the channel at work, and you just want their ad money.
YouTube users are reporting a spike in "this content isn't available, try again later" errors that appear to only go away after disabling ad blockers or subscribing to YouTube Premium. The reports add to growing evidence that Google is continuing to technically restrict or degrade playback for users running ad block. Discussion question: at what point does fighting ad blockers cross the line from enforcing terms of service into intentionally breaking the user experience? I mean, to me, they're kind of one and the same. Enforcing terms of service would be you're not allowed to use the service unless you adhere to the terms of the service, aka, like, would you say that if you were going to a concert and they didn't let you in without a ticket, that they are breaking your user experience? I mean, they are, but I wouldn't frame it that way, if that makes sense.
At what point does this go from fighting ad blockers to crossing the line into Linus enforcing his will on YouTube, who would love to not do this, but is just, Linus might talk about it on WAN Show. Linus controls what every large company does, so...
If you want to channel the voices in our community, you could pick a slightly less stupid one.
It's fun,
Is that possible?
It's fun, though. Is that possible? It's so rude. Holy crap. He just tried to cleave like everyone. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Okay.
My thoughts are my own and are not representative of Linus and Luke or Linus Media
You're
Group.
going to have to show your face while you say that to them. Speaking of internal policies, you're not allowed to insult the audience.
What about my peers?
I'm insulting you.
I'm talking about my peers and my friends.
You did on this show. There is no way that
I didn't say I'm always perfect,
rules
and
for thee,
I didn't
not
say
for me.
No, I didn't say I'm always perfect and that I shouldn't be admonished when I do it. I'm just saying it is policy to not insult the audience, no matter how stupid they are.
I'll have to keep that in mind. That will be very useful.
Even if they're really stupid.
Sorry, I forgot that
okay,
not
ding, ding,
publicly.
ding.
It's against policy.
The not publicly part. I'm sorry. Oops.
Oh boy.
Anyways, off of Linus's favorite topic of the show.
Valve will face a £656 million lawsuit. I love that the UK's currency is pounds. Yeah, because that's a heavy lawsuit, £656 million.
Not like that tiny cost of doing business one that Google got recently. Is that in the doc?
So this is in the UK over alleged unfair prices on Steam following a tribunal ruling that the case could continue. That's basically it. The case could affect up to 14 million UK users who may be eligible for compensation if Valve is found to have unfairly charged commissions of up to 30%.
What?
I don't know, but I'm interested to see what happens.
That is strange.
Oh,
I don't really know what this means,
Me neither.
to be honest.
We'll keep an eye on it. Are you talking about Google paying $68 million over recording private chats? Is that the one? Yeah.
Like, what do you mean $68 million?
Yeah, it's not
I know
even
it
nice.
sounds like a lot of money. It would be, my entire family would never have to work again for generations. Wow, amazing. To Google, that's nothing. That means nothing, dude.
Yeah, they'll just do it again.
They almost certainly made more money off of that than it cost, which is just, again, come on, you have to cross that line at the very least. It should be way more than that, but you have to cross that line.
Well, I mean,
Also, at least $1 million more.
Yeah,
Come on.
that'd be pretty nice.
68 sucks.
Yeah.
If it was going to be low, it could have at least been funny.
Yeah. So 68 would be doing it with someone with two butts?
Or one really big one.
No. Well, yeah. Okay. Interesting. That would be the largest of butts.
That's a 0.1%er, man.
You're looking at me? Have you seen that movie?
Oh man,
It's a good movie.
oh.
Oh,
Dad, no!
Pooping back and forth forever.
Yeah, that movie's hilarious.
What are you talking about?
Gilmore D says more
yeah.
cake than Betty Crocker. Love it.
You, me, and everyone we know.
Okay. all
Okay.
right.
No notes here. CNN is now putting emergency weather information behind their paywall. I think this was actually from last week, but like,
Sorry.
God.
This Floatplane Jack. He got paid to type that from Jack Logan.
I know.
Sorry,
I'm the one who
keep
did
going.
it. I have to take some responsibility for this. That's it.
That message in Floatplane Chat was a
I even got it wrong. It's actually this.
yeah.
There.
It's the
There you go.
Yeah. So, no notes. That's bad. Yeah. The infication of everything sucks. In other news, an early build of Google's Android desktop interface that is going to apparently replace ChromeOS has leaked. And we have some screenshots. So, like, here's some stuff. This moved.
Hey, it looks a lot like Windows 11.
Yep. Why is the middle becoming the norm? I blame Apple.
They even have the 4. Okay, what? Can you zoom in on the taskbar? There's even the 4 things. One of them is a search bar. Look just to the left of the phone. I know it's like an app thing, but if you look at the Windows one, very similar.
Yeah. Can we not? Because then you don't need to look where you're clicking. You can just drag it all the way to the bottom left and then you open the thing. Like, that's the reason it matters.
I think I click on it. I'm trying to think that because I actually just run it in the middle because I just never bothered to change it because I wanted to see what it was going to be like, and then it never affected me because I think I just pressed a button.
But if it was in the bottom left, would it bother you?
No.
Okay, then we're good.
Yeah.
Yes, I know I can hit the Windows key. I don't always have my hand on the keyboard. Say, for instance, I was mousing and my other hand was occupado. Why would I want to click my keyboard?
Like with that 0.1%.
That's not even sanitary.
The big 8.
The big 8. Stop. Anyway, it included screen captures, running an HP Elite Dragonfly Chromebook, etc. 9 to 5 Google is where you can go check out the full article on this. Apparently, it's going to be called Aluminium OS, excuse me, the code name for the Android-based desktop
so
OS.
No one's going to be able to agree on how to say it.
No, they'll change it. The bug report has since been taken down, but 9 to 5 Google managed to save these screen recordings. It essentially looks like Android 16's existing desktop mode with some minor alterations. The other big thing here is the extensions button to the right of the URL bar in Chrome, which is only there on desktop versions of the browser. So that's, not the Android one. So that's cool. Guess we'll see how that goes for them.
Yeah.
Tesla is discontinuing the Model S and Model X in the second quarter of 2026. This was announced by CEO Elon Musk during an earnings call on January 28th of this year. The reason for the discontinuation is apparently to free up space at Tesla's Fremont factory for Optimus humanoid robot production. Okay. Now, this is a very optimistic set of notes that we've got here. This is part of their strategy to transform Tesla from an automaker into an AI and robotics company. The third generation Optimus is described as meant for mass production, but then again, Tesla, or well, more specifically their CEO, also predicted that 5,000 robots would be produced in 2025 and said in 2024 that they were already doing meaningful work, and then said a completely different thing on, I believe, that same earnings call this year, and admitted that they weren't doing any meaningful work and that they were all just in development. So that's something. I'm not even going to bother with these timelines because a timeline from Tesla means absolutely nothing. Where's the Roadster 2? Anyway, sales of both the Model S and X have apparently been declining steadily. In 2025, Tesla sold only just shy of 51,000 other models, which combines Model S, Model X, and Cybertruck. They don't break out individual figures for these vehicles. For context, Tesla's focus has shifted to mass market Model 3 and Model Y, which make up the bulk of their sales. Evidently, Elon's $1 trillion pay package depends on him making literally 1 million of these robots, not to mention getting 10 million full self-driving subscriptions. So there's a lot of people mad about world's first trillionaire and the $1 trillion pay package. Yeah, it's not happening.
He doesn't have it,
so
he gets it. He did get the last one that everyone thought he wasn't going to get, though.
That's true.
So,
but if only past performance was an indicator of future success, then we could just buy every stock that's going up right now, assuming that it will only ever go up. Which seems to be what a lot of people are doing right now, which is blowing my freaking mind. It doesn't seem to matter what any of the fundamental product or technology developments are, companies or sales or anything. But hey, gambling. Apparently it's a thing people like.
yeah.
Did you see that for my appearance on Jimmy Fallon, there was one of those market prediction, what are they called? Those like betting on
Prediction
anything.
markets?
Prediction. There was a prediction market thing on like keywords that I might or might not say during it. I was so tempted to just bet $100,000 on myself and then just not say a word. Like, dude, it would be free money.
Man,
it would just be free money to me.
The slip up on that would feel so bad in the moment.
Oh, I know, right?
Holy. If you bet on not saying something.
Bit of Bit says that would be illegal.
Would it?
F***ing enforce it.
Yeah, good
These
luck.
prediction markets are completely unregulated as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Like...
Immediately, that's fair.
Like
that was awesome.
A law. I mean, we've talked about this before. You know, a warranty only has the value of a company's willingness to uphold it. A law only has the value of an administration's willingness to enforce it. Like, if something's a law that nobody is going to enforce, and it's just a giant open, it'd be a shame if anyone knowledgeable betted on this thing that they know the outcome of. Why don't we have a completely unregulated gambling market where you can bet on anything? That's a flaw in the system.
The mighty Reptar
Hate the game.
in Floatplane chat said something interesting. He said, it occurred to me why Elon's selling the full self-driving subscription at a low price compared to purchasing it outright is to sell more subscriptions because his pay package is based on volume of subscriptions, not dollars generated from the subscriptions.
Oh, that actually makes a ton of sense.
I added some square brackets at the end of that. But
that
yeah.
makes a ton of sense.
Yeah. Interesting.
Right. Couple more sponsors, and then we've actually got some really interesting stuff coming up. Man. Oh. Show is brought to you by MotionGrey. Whether you spend hours on the weekend gaming or you work from home, it's nice to have a workspace that fits your needs. Long periods of sitting can do quite a doozy on your lower back, and sometimes it's nice to stand for a while. Our sponsor MotionGrey's Ergo 2 Pro sit-stand desk fits these exact needs and can do this while focusing on affordability. They come in a variety of sizes, all of which support over 170 pounds of weight. They all come with dual legs for stability and use German Bosch motors for a smooth height adjustment. Everything comes in a single box, no worries of everything being shipped in different parts on different days, and everything you need to assemble the desk is included inside. Grab your MotionGrey Ergo 2 Pro at our link in the video description. The show is also brought to you by XSplit. If you ever wanted to get into streaming or recording yourself playing games but didn't know where to start, check out our sponsor, XSplit. They offer a suite of streaming and video production tools for free to get you started, and it works with most of the major platforms like Twitch, YouTube, and plenty more. When creating a custom interface and display for your stream, XSplit has drag and drop tools to give you extra customization. So that means you can show off your personality with GIFs and videos over top of your gameplay. Plus, with Premium, you can stream to multiple platforms and unlock an unlimited number of scenes. It's also great if you need to just give a business presentation. Go to lmg.gg/XSplitWAN and use code WANShow30 to save 30% off your first subscription. GIF, deal with it.
I heard. I felt that inhale.
Deal with it.
Did I inhale? Was that
You
me?
went,
Yeah, it was you.
I don't think it was that bad.
no, that's what it felt like.
My goodness.
In other news, Ubisoft continues to fall apart. After last week's horrible Ubisoft news, the company wants to cut up to 18% of the staff from its French studios, or about 200 jobs. In response to everything that management has done wrong, French Ubisoft workers have voted to strike February 10th to 12th. In a press release on Blue Sky announcing the strike, workers said they were calling for a halt to management's obsession with penny pinching and worsening our working conditions, saying there had been no dialogue and no respect, and that they were being treated like children while their management gets away with lies and breaking the law. That's not even the end of the Ubisoft labor disputes. The workers of the recently closed Halifax studio rallied downtown this week to urge Ubisoft to reopen their office. Workers on the picket line say the closure was very suspicious, as the office had just become Ubisoft's first studio to unionize in North America. Ubisoft responded by saying that the process to restructure the company began 2 years ago, well before the unionization process started. Our discussion question is, why are the French so much better at striking than North Americans?
They have
it has to do with their better laws.
Very colorful history of it.
They really do.
Lots of reds. Tons of reds. Alleged political censoring and other fun TikTok news. Days after TikTok finalized the sale of its U.S. business to mostly Trump-friendly American investors, TikTok users have apparently been unable to send the word Epstein in DMs. Really?
Allegedly.
TikTok says it's investigating these reports and say they don't have rules against sharing the name Epstein. Do
Imagine
any of you
having
have
to issue
TikTok
that press
installed?
release.
Can we try this?
I have it installed, but it's not logged in.
Okay. Multiple users have also been reporting that videos critical of ICE are not being uploaded or shared. One example is comedian Megan Stalter, who uploaded a video to her Instagram encouraging the abolishment of ICE, which was reposted 12,000 times, while that same video failed to upload to TikTok multiple times. TikTok denies the implications and says the issues were due to a power outage at a U.S. data center. Okay.
Possibly.
In a separate story, TikTok has reached an 11th hour settlement to avoid being involved in something they should absolutely be involved in, which is the landmark social media addiction trial that could establish a legal precedent on whether social media companies deliberately design their platforms to addict children, which they definitely do. The defendants currently include Google and Meta. Snapchat landed a settlement last week, and TikTok should for sure be included.
Well, so the problem with settlements is that, so what they're trying to do is they're trying to settle so that there's no legal precedent.
Yeah, there should for sure be legal precedent.
I would strongly prefer that this does not get settled with settlements.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. In a very different kind of TikTok story, and this is nuts. I don't know if you've heard of this. Khaby Lame, I hope I'm saying that right.
I did see this.
Has sold his company.
Yeah, which is
It's
basically
a lot more than that.
his entire life, as far as I can tell.
Like everything about him.
Yeah, his likeness, his like mannerisms, his voice, for forever, I think.
In a $975 million all stock
deal. So I think, and listen.
Man, sorry, you got to know the name. It's 75 million shares in ordinary shares in Rich Sparkle Holdings.
Yes. So basically, he got no money for his work
self.
and likeness forever.
Maybe
Is this going to be the next
his
Smosh?
AI twin will be 0.1% OnlyFans.
Like, is this going to be the next Smosh? Because they got
They sure did.
Sideways.
They sure did.
On that deal where Smosh was acquired in an all-stock deal.
Who this
People
is?
are we supposed to know who this is? Isn't he like the biggest TikToker or something?
He's this guy. He does this.
Yeah,
I'd never. Something that's kind of silly, and he goes.
I'd never heard of him either, to be honest with you.
I don't know beyond that. He might do things other than that. He might do that thing differently than I just did. Other than that, I don't know. See? Yeah.
Yeah, he's apparently like a huge deal.
Sure. Rich Sparkle Holdings.
Yeah, Rich Sparkle Holdings.
What a name.
Most followed TikToker, apparently. So this really does feel deceptive, given that it's an all stock deal.
Yeah.
If it was stock in Disney, that would be different.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
But Rich Sparkle Holdings? What is Rich Sparkle Holdings? Can I short it? Not financial advice.
I mean, even Disney stock.
Rich Sparkle Holdings.
Oh, they went up.
Hold on. This is just the 1 day view. This doesn't mean anything.
So people liked this story.
Okay, people liked this. Rich Sparkle Holdings.
Spend $1 billion on someone's name.
Wait, what? Since when has it existed? I searched for 5 years, and it has only existed since July of 2025, apparently.
Nice.
Or at least that's how far back Yahoo Finance's history goes for it. Okay, what do you got?
This one.
Lol.
So even if it is in Disney, it would have gone down 33% in 5 years. Good job, Bluey. Bad job, superhero movies.
I was joking about this in someone's going away party before the show. What will be the mark of the end times for Disney? If you had to pick something, I already know my answer, so I can do mine first if you wanna think about it for a bit. But I thought you might have a thought.
I don't know if my gut thought here is good or accurate, but I'll throw it out anyways because it was the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah,
it'd be the closure of a park.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. Okay, mine is an MCU Star Wars crossover movie. like Iron Man fighting a Jedi or some shit.
Oh, she stepped down, eh?
Kathleen Kennedy
She's
stepped down?
stepping down.
Oh, interesting.
And I think it's like the guy who's stepping up. I always forget his name.
Jon Favreau?
Who's the other guy? There's kind of like two. Filoni? I think it might be him.
Dave Filoni.
Yeah. I think it's Dave Filoni. Potentially exciting. We'll see.
Chat hates this. Made my stomach hurt. Never speak that shit again.
That was disgusting to hear.
like Vision versus Darth Vader, like duel. Like what even?
Star Wars is another one of those things where like it feels very Ubisoft coded, where it's like this was actually genuinely hilariously easy to not do the way that you did. Like the path was laid out. He did, like, George Lucas sold them effectively
a money printing machine.
Not just that, what you should do for the sequel series. This is what you should do. And they were like, nah. Like, are you nuts?
And even if they didn't like his idea for it,
at least
there was the expanded universe.
Yep.
Or extended universe, whatever, the EU. There were so many
and
options.
Kathleen is quoted many times being like, we don't have like source material to go off of. And it's like, bro.
Yes, you did.
Stop!
And the Worrell stuff was kind of out there.
Yeah, you don't have to use all of it.
Yeah, but you could have used, I don't know, something.
Man, I think the first people to admit that some of the extended universe stuff goes a little out there would be fans of the extended universe stuff. Like, you don't have to use all of it.
Pretzel Parkour says Vader lifts Mjolnir. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
You know.
Oh, like Captain Marvel, like flies through a freaking Star Destroyer in hyperspace and splits it in two.
Do you know about white armor?
It's only slightly stupider than what we got.
Do you know about white armor Vader?
No.
So this is where, like, EU gets kind of weird. There's a white armor Vader.
Jar Jar has the Infinity Stones.
Imagine white armor Vader steps into view, and it's like his first introduction. Just walks up, picks up the hammer. Cinema. Cinema. Cinema.
Okay. Someone brought up Spaceballs 2 in chat. Kishan PD brings up Spaceballs 2. Dude, I don't know how they're gonna parody like new Star Wars. It's not
I think
funny.
I think it would be kind of funny if they just did like the same thing over and over again. If they had like a 2-minute sequence where they just repeated things a bunch.
Okay.
If they in one movie, if they
Okay, that's
effectively
not bad.
did the arc of like you just do the same thing for a while that you did in the past at the beginning of the movie, and then you just kind of rewrite everything that happened and make everything kind of weird, and then you come back and try to kind of like, I don't know, do it again. Like if the movie is in 3 parts, similar to Pulp Fiction, but they're like loosely linked, just like how the movies were like really not well linked and were definitely 3 completely different things not made in collaboration, which is insane. If they do it like that in one movie, it might be kind of funny. They can figure it out.
Roman 21023 says Robert Downey Jr. is also a Mandalorian. Oh God. Oh God. I don't know. Palpatine comes back again, and
It's Robert Downey Jr.
Iron Mandalorian.
Iron Mandalorian is rough.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
It's rough because it sounds too real.
Oh, we have Groot and the tiny baby Yoda thing.
Groot's on Endor.
Yeah.
Baby Groot and Baby Yoda. Dude, the merch sales would pop. They should put us in charge. We could do this.
I mean, we could legitimately have done a better job.
We'd
than
sell
they did
so many
far.
toys. We'd sell
Probably
so
sell a
many
lot of
toys. Oh man. You know, I'm not one to make a statement like that lightly. I know it's very easy for armchair quarterbacks to say, I could do a better job.
No, I think we could have.
I literally actually think you and I, as the creative heads of Star Wars after the acquisition, probably could have done a better job.
Just go walk up to Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau and be like, "Hey guys, what do we do?"
Yeah. Yeah, that would have worked.
I don't think we need to do much more. Hey, so I heard there's some like story prompts from the guy who did this the whole time. So I guess we should like
Read them.
pull those out.
Maybe
and
just
then-
read them.
and then just like, work on those, develop those. I know you guys know like a lot about the lore more than we do. So like, do you want to help us kind of fill this
Yeah.
out? We'll follow your guidance.
I heard you guys know a lot of people in the industry.
Yeah, that too.
We don't, so
Yeah.
we'd love
sick.
your guidance on that.
Thanks, guys.
That'd been pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, we noticed we have all the money in the world, enough to buy the earth and all the heavens, so we could just hire
Oh,
the coolest
interesting.
people to work on this.
Maybe this idea where he just goes like,
Yeah, we could just throw that away.
maybe we don't do
we
that.
could do
part.
that to that idea.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, we're cooking.
We could have our most
good.
beloved character, maybe be cool. That'd be cool. That's stupid.
I actually need that.
Stupid thing. Yeah, that's good. I think, was that our last topic? No, we have one more quick one. LTT Labs article. Anker Nano smart charger, 45 watt testing and exploration.
This popped off on Reddit.
Labs did a thing.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. And I was as surprised to see it as anyone. And I was like, wow, this is really cool.
So Labs has been doing this thing for a while with articles where we're trying to ask questions, dive into things. Someone who's really been leading the charge on this is Lucas. So a lot of them are around, charging things and stuff like that, because these are interests that Lucas has, which is great. And like totally the goal, to be clear. So thank you, Lucas, for killing it. And we've been posting them on Reddit. Well, he's been posting them on Reddit and responding to some of the comments and stuff and trying to get it out there, because we're really trying to make this a space that you can go to, maybe you didn't have the question. Maybe like me, you've looked at phone chargers for a long time, just been like, I don't know.
That's
But
cool.
now someone who is interested in it can bring you along the path of like, what is interesting about these things?
Like-
Can we look into them? Obviously, super cool Luma field tests.
What is care mode? What does it do?
Yeah.
It does exactly this.
Yeah.
Now we know.
Knowing
That's
that
so
is
cool.
awesome.
Is it real or is it just BS?
Yeah.
Here's their marketing. Here's what we found.
This made me like interested in buying like a cool phone charger,
Yeah.
which I have never cared about once in my
Here's
entire
the
life.
thermals of a charger.
Yeah.
Here's how much it can actually dissipate before it reaches like a steady state. Here's how hot it gets. Like, damn. LTT Labs. Shout out.
There was a Reddit thread over the weekend that I kind of missed until work started again. So I got to it way too late and it was already cold by the time I saw it. And there was a bunch of like WTF is Labs doing? It didn't really pick up a lot of steam, but
Yeah.
a lot of the comments were pretty consistent on like what's happening. And then this got posted.
Yeah.
And it was like a massive wave of like, oh my God, this is awesome. This is what we're trying to do right now. There are a lot of things that we're trying to do right now. This is one of them. We're also trying to better support video production and do all this other kind of stuff. But we're trying to, the like internal labeling of it, and I haven't watched that stuff in a long time, but you know, like the vibe in when the TV would roll into the class and you'd watch Bill Nye stuff back in the day of like, here's some interesting questions. And this person went and like sought to answer them and brought us along with them and showed us the ways that they tested things and how they did things and the results and stuff like that. We want to do that with, we want it to be fun. We want it to be interesting. We want it to be engaging. We want to ask questions that you maybe didn't think of, or if you guys ask a cool question, we want to try to seek an answer and share it with you and bring you along. And this is like a huge, fantastic example of that. So, yeah. Yeah.
And that's it for our topics today. It's time for After Dark. Mr. Daniel Besser, do you want to hit us with some merch? What did we agree to call them? Comms. Checkout messages.
Checkout messages.
Yeah, sure. We got loads of checkout messages
I bet we do.
today.
I won't have time for all of them. I do have to go relatively soonish, actually.
Yes, I think we have enough time. I think we've
All right.
structured this out well. Any insights as to why some...
Hold on. Do we need a second Dan behind you putting the metal on your neck?
You said, I think we structured this out well, and we definitely didn't contribute to that at all.
Yes, you did.
I don't know.
You listened. You were great.
Did we, though?
Yeah.
I wasn't listening.
That's such a like head pat answer.
Yeah.
No, you
Oh
actually
my God.
did. It was for once.
Boys, thanks,
You were
Dad.
good boys. Well, Linus was. I don't know about you. You don't have any say in what we do.
Yeah, not 50%, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No, maybe next time. Maybe
Yeah.
next time you can say, no, we're going to do the sponsors now, Daniel. That'll be fun.
I would never use your full name.
Any insight as to why some lengths are cheaper than others? Doesn't seem to be based on length. Can't wait for more normal sizes to be in stock.
The pricing.
Can't remember. Oh, so if one gets longer and cheaper, check the data rate.
That makes sense.
Cool. Good chat.
If Jimmy Fallon was on your show rather than the other way around, what topics would you want to talk to him about? In this hypothetical situation, you also have access to his broader audience.
Dude, I wouldn't actually be super interested in leveraging his broader audience. I would love to have an extended chat with him about how the production works and how it's worked over the years. I watched a time lapse of them building their studio. That was nuts. Just the whole thing, how the structure works, how the individual players within the game that is making that show function would be so interesting to me.
Yep.
Like that handler that we had.
Yep.
What does that person's day look like?
Yeah.
How do they work?
And I was very surprised second time around to get a little bit more an indication anyway, more of an indication that he is more involved than just like the guy who stands there and is or isn't funny depending on your opinion. Clearly a lot of people don't think he's funny. Clearly a lot of people think he's very funny because he's one of the highest paid people on TV. Get over it.
I don't even care about that at all. I just find the production so
no, but that's what I mean. It's he's clearly more than that, which I actually didn't realize first time around.
Yeah, I have no idea. I would love to spend just like a week there trying to, stay out of people's way, but observe and just learn. It would be very, very cool.
Well, I think with his history doing it for so long, they're asking like if he was a guest on our show, right?
No, I know, yeah.
So picking his brain about how it's evolved over the years, I think would be absolutely incredible.
Very, very cool.
Incredible.
My Canadian neighbors, what do you think is the most Canadian thing about each other? Thanks, mate, for the USB double C thick cords.
The most Canadian thing about you. I mean, your last name, I don't have to go very deep. Lafreniere is about the French Canadianist name that I think probably exists.
That is a thing.
Lafleur, maybe.
That's another one.
What else? What else we got here? What makes someone Canadian? See, it's a funny thing because outside of Canada, it seems like there's a lot of stereotypes for Canadians. Did you know we're called Leafs? Like, that's a pejorative. Yeah.
That's cool.
By whom?
Yeah. I actually like it.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. Leaf. Yeah. I'm down.
I mean,
biodegradable.
It's even like, it kind of works because like it matches
Crunchy.
the flag. Like if you're looking at all the flags,
Yeah,
and someone was like, point at the people you would call the Leafs.
Yeah, you fucking Leaf, you know? Like, yeah. Sure.
Sweet. All right.
Like I don't even think that has like
That doesn't bother me.
like a negative connotation to me anyway. I mean, I don't understand what people necessarily even mean by it. Most Canadian thing about us. Yeah, like I know about some of the fun fact, there was once a contest to find the Canadian equivalent of as American as apple pie, and the winner was as Canadian as possible under the circumstances. I think it's the war crime thing. Oh. Yeah.
That makes sense.
They wrote a book about us.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think Luke's particularly into maple syrup.
Well, BC's kind of
like
weird.
ball hockey, but like you don't even ice hockey. So like,
No,
I don't know.
it's so expensive.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe the most Canadian thing about you. That's already what I thought of. I had thought about this earlier in the thing, is that you would love to and watch, but have never really done ice hockey.
Oh, yeah. I want to,
That's actually extremely Canadian because ice hockey's really expensive.
Yeah.
There's a
I was too small as a kid too. No money and too small. So.
It is a pretty big on the hitting game. But like genuinely not that many people that I grew up with actually played ice hockey.
Right.
Most people that I grew up with played ball hockey because ice hockey is so expensive.
And I spent lots of time on rollerblades, but by the time I was old enough to like participate in roller hockey, I lived in the middle of absolute butt nowhere, so there was no one to do it with.
Yeah, and roller hockey also has a pretty major expense problem. As far as my understanding goes, it is cheaper.
Yeah,
but it's still a pretty major expense problem. So that was my kind of answer, is that you like it, watch it, would like to do it, never have.
By the way, hear me out. We got we finally got one. We got an LED wall.
This is so incredibly unrelated.
Did you see it? No, it's not unrelated. It's very related. Trust me.
Related?
So
we're gonna watch hockey on it.
We didn't get the wall, but we did get a wall.
Hey! So I saw it in operation last night, but it was just playing white bars.
Okay.
So like
I saw it in operation today. One of the first thoughts I had was, hey,
hockey.
Guess what's coming up?
Yeah.
Winter Olympics, baby.
Oh, I really like watching the Olympics.
So I sent a note over to HR. I want to do at least quarter, semi, finals watch parties.
Yeah.
On the wall.
Yeah.
On the A wall.
Yeah.
Dude, this thing is incredible.
Sick.
It's incredible.
Sick.
Very excited.
Did they put the long Linus image on it yet?
No,
probably not. It will happen.
Nah, I'm sure it will.
They'll also play Crab Rave on it at some point.
Almost certainly.
Yep.
Okay.
Once upon a WAN show, Linus said something like, "Life is about sales," and equating it to finding a mate. Would you expand on that more, assuming I'm remembering this somewhat accurately?
Okay, no.
I understand what they're saying, though.
Yes.
And
okay.
that is a topic.
So
I'm just not quoting it exactly perfectly.
Yeah, so what I said was that everything in life is aided by a familiarity with sales techniques, is what I was trying to get across. And what I was explaining is that just because you don't work in sales, selling cables or fancy blue screwdrivers or whatever it is, doesn't mean that you can ignore the principles of salesmanship. Because everything from selling your idea to a colleague, you can have the best idea in the world, but if you can't convince anybody else of it, then the world will be worse for you not being able to sell that idea. Do you kind of get what I mean? And in the same way, selling yourself, the value of yourself, can help you make connections, whether they're friendships or whether they're relationships. And so learning to speak, learning to just sort of analyze something and figure out, what's good about this, what needs do you have, and is this a match? These are just extremely valuable skills that we think of as like sales, sales, but can be very important just in life, in everything that you do. And one of the examples I gave was, yes, finding a romantic partner.
Hi, DLL. Hope you're having a great Friday. Linus, what was your favorite part of the process of developing the TrueSpec cables?
I got pretty excited when I first saw the cable stock. And I was like, she's thick. Like, that was pretty cool. Just like seeing I learned a lot. That's one of my favorite things about whatever it is, whether it's like a content acquisition or like a video we're making that's different from anything we've done before, or product.
Externally, your most excited communication was about like the facts.
Yeah.
Like, this is really interesting. Like when we were down at that LAN house.
Yeah.
And you got the one person excited. You were talking about the coaxial nature and like all these different things. Like you were into the specs and how it became a thing.
Yeah, I like to solve problems. I like to learn about problems. I like it when something is just like better. So yeah, I guess that's about it. But yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah, just the shielding, learning, why every other cable is the way that it is, and learning that it doesn't have to be like that. It was pretty cool.
Dear Wandan, thank you, Luke. Sure. Linus,
Ma'am?
Where did you ever... Did you ever meet or talk to Jason Momoa when you were at The Tonight Show?
I didn't get to.
You mentioned being excited and you never talked about it afterwards?
No, I didn't get to.
I saw him without his pants on.
Nice.
Is that a unique experience?
I don't know, to be honest. Not sure.
Okay. This one's for Luke then. It often seems like you're the voice of reason or morals on the WAN Show. What is the most memorable time you've had to step up and say something at LMG?
Oh, not on the WAN Show. I was going to be like, okay, that's a pretty obvious answer. I have no idea. It happens on the WAN Show a lot more explicitly than basically anywhere else. And that's not just because Linus is on the show. It's because it's live. There's a lot less like pressure to correct when it's not live, and people will much more often catch themselves because when we're on the WAN Show, it's about the next thing at all points in time. And when you're in like a meeting, you might say something and then think about what you just said while someone else is talking for a little bit and then correct. And it's like, it's more casual, right? So it's like, I think it's less critical.
WAN Show is also performative to a degree. Like, we're live, we're not...
So there's pushing things to extremes because it's supposed to be a show.
We'll play devil's advocate. We'll sort of we'll be a little more animated. I wouldn't say that Luke and I are not like real on the WAN Show. I think if anything,
I think we're pretty real.
It's kind of a relief to do WAN Show because we can just kind of drop the charade.
But it's still a show.
But it's still a show.
An amount.
And number one is still make an entertaining show. We can't just go full business meeting on the show, at least not all the time. Sometimes.
Sometimes it's useful, actually. I don't know. I'm not trying to cop out. I don't know.
You also got to remember that part of it is like Luke's role on the show. Like, just because I say something and Luke steps in and is the voice of reason doesn't mean that behind the scenes there aren't things that we agree on. My position might be a lot closer to his, even if the way that I explained it isn't great, and his position might be a lot closer to mine, even if he knows that you guys can't hear that right now. Like,
my eyes started twitching on that one. I'm wondering, like,
I don't know, man.
Oh,
Like some of our like biggest scandals have just become kind of a mainstream opinion at this point. Like the adblock piracy one is a great example.
my thing. I'm still honestly mostly just confused on that one because, like,
I don't know. You were framed as like voice of reason on it, but I don't think you ever actually like said you disagreed.
was I framed a voice of reason on that one?
In general.
Yeah, I know in
think
general.
you were
But
on that
I
one.
don't know about that one. I don't know how you said it originally. You do this thing sometimes where you calibrate on WAN Show,
That's true.
where you'll say something like
That's true.
really intensely and dramatically, and then get the feedback and be like, all right, well,
Well, and that's a perfect example is that where we were like, okay, fine, we'll call it privateering because actually, technically, piracy is this, rigidly defined crime, and it's not a crime what I'm doing. And that's nice, but functionally speaking,
my thing is just it just doesn't offend me
well,
like at all.
Well, it's the people
And I don't
who
know
are.
why
It's because
people
you're not
get so upset about
It's because you're not an insecure little bitch.
it. Maybe
Honestly, though.
I just don't care. Like if it's
Well, I know it's because you're not an insecure little bitch. That's why. It's that simple. And see, this is one of those things where I'm going to say this thing, and then he's going to kind of do the Luke thing where he kind of like absorbs sort of my very direct energy, and he laughs and is likable, and you guys like him
this
for
is
it.
so awkward. Stop perceiving me. Yeah, I don't know. I think when I wear the hat proudly and just don't care.
Well, yeah,
And
that's
I
because
think-
you're not an insecure little bitch.
This is part. This is part of what I think Linus was saying the whole time, which is that he's not actually judging you for it.
Yeah.
He's just saying that it is a thing, and that's fine. And back in my day, everyone that I knew wore the hat proud.
Yeah. I didn't
So,
think.
like, who cares?
Dude, when I said it, I didn't think it was going to be controversial.
I thought this whole community wore the hat proud. So at that point,
dude, I was so
whatever.
confused I'm still confused. There's people who are still mad at me about it.
I also think there's
It's
good
wild.
reasons. There's malvertising. There's
Sure.
like all these other kind of things. But
Sure.
just wear the hat, dude. Whatever. I don't know.
I don't know, man. We never said don't do it. We said what I said was you need to understand the consequences.
Yeah, and there are consequences.
There are consequences.
Yeah.
Like the erosion of independent news media is a consequence of people not being willing to pay for it. That's a consequence.
Yeah.
Okay, the current degradation of the YouTube service maybe would have happened anyway. But the rate that it's going at is almost certainly a consequence of not every user contributing monetarily to the service's ongoing operation. These are consequences. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying, understand the consequences. And if you're going to wear the hat, just fucking wear it. Wear it.
And just don't worry about it. And you don't have to. It's not like if you're like, oh, I'm very against like pirating, music and games and books. The only thing that I do in this field is ad blocking. You still wear the hat, just with your special caveats. Everyone has their own lines. Everyone's lines are slightly different, and that's totally okay.
And when someone calls you on it, don't go home, crawl into your bed, curl up in a ball, and cry like a little bitch.
And I think there's still, I think
That's
on
it.
top of that, there's a good argument of like, and it's not against the law to do ad blocking, to be clear. But even if it was, like, at very few points, if any, in history, has the law been truly a good moral compass for everyone.
Yeah, we've had to have that conversation with our kids a couple times, actually.
Yeah.
Like just because...
That's a more advanced conversation. I suspect those were more recent.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not... Yeah.
Oh, I need to go pretty quick.
All right.
What time am I supposed to be where I'm supposed to be?
I was told.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's not bad.
I thought it was 6.
I thought it was 6.
I did
Okay,
too.
cool.
They might have told us on that on
All right.
purpose, which would have been
That
a
makes
gamer
sense.
move.
Yeah. Wicked smart.
Yeah. Tell that to Iran. I'm sure the vast majority of the people in Iran feel that very strongly right now. Like, yeah, I don't think I have to tell that to Iran. I think they know.
I don't think they'd hear it. I think their internet is turned off.
Right.
Come on, TeamSpeak. Hello, DLL. Linus, I wanted to ask how your Expedition 33 is going. Where are you act-wise, and how woo are you feeling about it? Nice. What is your current party
You don't even
config?
get the reference.
I don't, but I really liked how Dan voice acted it.
Current party config is all ladies all the time. They're my girls. And part of it is because I just like their style, and part of it is that I invested a lot of Lumina points into them, and as far as I can tell, that's the one thing you can't respec. So, yeah, Lumia, whatever it is, the points that allow you to assign more abilities and whatnot that are not directly equipped to them. So, yep, I've got my absolute fire goddess Mile, and then I've got Loon with the cheater ability so that she can 1-2 punch the just the cheap lightning one, and then the like absolute atom bomb earth single target attack. And then what have I got going on with Seal? I forget. Basically, she's a nuke in general. So good stuff. I have no idea if that's the right meta. I've been studiously avoiding spoilers and anything that will affect the way that I play the game. I'm not even going to be looking at chat right now because I just want to play the game and enjoy the game. And if I ever do another run through, then I'll be more than happy to like search for where to find, that ability or that weapon or, whatever else. But I want to explore the game world. I want to immerse myself in it. I want to have fun. I don't want it to become a job. I want to play a game. And I'm just enjoying the heck out of it. I'm like ridiculously over leveled at this point just because I just want to like fight everything and explore everywhere. And it's been an absolute blast. I'm really enjoying the game. I'm on the 3rd act. What else can I say that would not have any spoilers in it to speak of? How's it going? Where are you act wise? How you feeling about it? Yeah, really, really enjoying it though. Such a good game.
You've been playing for a while now.
Yeah, I think it's hard to tell. My hours in game get kind of messed up when I
I didn't mean it that way.
Using the GPD Win 5 and it doesn't go to sleep and the game is open, so it gets like an extra 8 hours on it overnight. So Steam says 50 hours, but it's probably more like 30, 35. But I've been enjoying the heck out of it. I have completed all of the beaches. Those of you who are in the know will know. So someone said that I hadn't done the most frustrating one yet when I said something about one that was very frustrating.
No, you have.
I have. I actually did not find it as frustrating as the one that I had done before. It was just kind of, there's a little bit of luck involved in one of them. But I have done them all and gotten the utterly worthless rewards from all of them. And I proudly have my worthless rewards.
Couple more here. Bingle dongle dingle dangle. How absurd are your plans for Tech House? Can we look forward to voice-activated chandeliers at Fruit or local LLM butlers in the wall?
Not absurd. Guy, our buyer, our target for it, is meant to be like, a guy. Guy, yeah.
You named your theoretical buyer?
Yeah.
That's kind of neat, actually.
Yeah, his wife is Gal.
Guy and Gal.
Yeah.
Nice.
Guy and Gal. So
GG.
we kind of created a profile for him, and there was some concern raised in the community that the things that we were doing might not have wife acceptance factor.
Okay, so this is a way to keep that in mind.
But this is 100%. We know from the start that was going to need to be a thing.
Gal needs to accept it.
Yeah, exactly. So we need to make sure that it is acceptable to her. So there will be places that are going to be a little bit more guy zone. But one of the things that Jordan was doing today as he went through with our camera crew and got some before shots was he brought someone with 2X chromosomes to ask the important questions like, where would I put a full-length mirror? Things that we and Guy may not consider, but we absolutely do need to accommodate stuff like that. So, should be a good balance.
Linus, how do you like the Garmin? I've been wearing one for many years and I love.
It's fine. I think I just might not be a smartwatch person. I think that might be the bottom line for me. I might get a Casio calculator watch or something because I think I'm just...
Those are pretty sick.
I think I'm just over it.
Those are pretty sick. Yep.
And the last one I have.
You can get like baller Casios. Watch custom. I'm not a watch guy. I can't be. I would lose it immediately.
Nice.
I don't know if I want to like advertise this guy's site.
I don't want to get an analog watch. My brain is usually too tired to figure out what time it is.
Yeah.
Digital.
So this guy customizes Casios.
What?
Makes them like a bunch of different
That's
types.
cool.
This one I think looks pretty sweet. I haven't seen that before, but it reminds me of like 80s car speedometers.
Yeah, that's super cool.
There's a bunch of different types.
Oh my goodness, there's so many.
Again, I would never buy one for myself. I would lose it instantaneously.
How is the watch market so big that like this exists?
Yeah.
I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
It's the only fashion accessory for men.
That's so not true.
Belts.
Earrings. Oh, there they are. Okay, not earrings.
If you're cool, you can have the
Eye
dangly wrist
patches.
things of like leather strips and stuff.
Yeah.
Some people do that. Some people pull that off.
Cufflinks. Okay, maybe not as much of a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Last one I've got. Greetings, Earth humans. Have you had issues with unexpected items being put through the CT scanner? Who is the first to scan their lunch? And have you found issues with non-standard materials?
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't think anybody yet.
Okay, yeah,
Not entertaining.
we have a pretty good company full of pretty reasonable people.
It's a really good question, but
Yeah.
I don't think we can answer it super well. I am certain there has been some things you might not necessarily expect scanned, but Lucas would honestly be the better person to ask that. Maybe next time you see him post a Labs article on Reddit, you can give him an ask.
Binky Draws says, Linus, consider watches are cool if you like mechanical things. Totally cool. And I can go to a Bulgari store and I can look at it and I can be like, whoa, that's cool. And then I can leave.
Yeah, it sounds like what I would do. I might skip the first step.
It's like the zoo. I could go and I could see an animal and I'd be like, wow, cool animal. And then I could go home. I don't know, man. I just
heard
don't get
about this watch one time where they're like, oh, it tracks the like phases of the moon.
That's so cool.
I was like, wow, that sounds really
Let's
awesome.
learn all about it.
So I looked it up and then was like, have you ever seen it?
I think so. I think I know the one you're talking about.
Sounds like
Let
a
me
Patek
try to
Philippe
find
or
it.
something.
I think it's a Rolex. $32,500.
Yeah, we got it.
Ah, an entry-level one.
Nice. Yeah, that's so cool.
$32,500 pre-owned.
Yeah, that's great.
And it looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yep.
great starter watch for
Yeah.
the low income.
Like, you know what? If someone had a little
Like 1.5 times.
if someone had a little watch museum and they had the watches and they had like a little placard that you could read about it and
that could actually be quite interesting,
Have like
especially
a-
if they had like versions where you could see the motion.
or if like they had a little interactive like blow up thing that so you could see what everything's doing
You
inside.
can turn the thing,
Yeah.
which makes the motion move
Could
on
you-
the watch that is like
Could you
room
take
scale.
a novelty picture with the watch?
That'd be so cool.
Probably not.
And
You gotta pay a lot for that.
I would enjoy the heck out of that museum
That'd
experience.
probably be pretty sweet.
But it's not the kind of thing that
I think they look super neat.
yeah.
I'm not gonna buy one.
I don't know, man. I don't know what it would take for me
G-Shocks,
to...
yeah, people like G-Shocks.
My smartwatch is round and
That's
it
a
has a
Casio.
screen in it, and then it can display pictures of those other watches on my watch.
I had this
That's
conversation
good enough.
with somebody the other day that basically went like, I understand the concept of jewelry, but I think I would just rather have the raw metal.
Wait, someone else said that?
No, that was me who said that.
Okay,
But I was like,
that's a very Linus.
I was having a conversation with them about jewelry.
That could actually be an art piece jewelry statement. which makes it even better.
How much?
Just like wearing a hunk of gold that doesn't tell time on your wrist.
Yeah. It's
pretty
subversive.
sick.
Like, that's actually good. That could probably sell for a lot of money.
I've got nowhere to be. It doesn't matter what time it is.
I've seen one that was like a little tiny whiteboard and it had a micro marker like attached to it. And then you could just write the time on it.
That's cute. Linus just reinvented the bracelet.
How big?
Oh no!
You could have a gold wire and just manually bend it around your arm.
Don't you have like 6 ear piercings? I do. I have a bunch of ear piercings. I think they're gold. They might also just be sterling silver. I don't even know what they are. And in the entire time that I've been on the internet, they haven't changed except if I lost one. So I really don't. I don't think about it a lot. Gold bar bracelets exist. You've got to be kidding me. Gold bar bracelet. Okay, let's check this out. That's not a gold bar.
Nah, we need like an actual.
No, I want to see a
dude.
gold bar.
Yeah.
Nah, this is nah.
I mean, with the amount of money that it would cost to buy that moon phase watch, you can buy it. The Googles are. I think these things might be out of date. There's a lot of disagreements. But it's like 7.3 troy ounces. I don't necessarily know what that converts to. But
no, the thing I'm looking for doesn't exist. Okay, sorry, I'll go over to
it
your
would be
screen.
like no, I already closed it.
Oh,
it would be like
brilliant.
a bar of gold on a strap.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what he's talking about.
Yeah, like
would you want it to be a gold strap or just like a leather strap with a bar of gold stuck on it? Because you want all the gold condensed, right?
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
So I was thinking more of an unrefined like lump.
We're talking this thing.
Yeah.
On a strap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But would you want it to look like a bar? Because to me, the kind of I just want the raw metal. It would be like an unprocessed hunk of gold. Like you would melt it down, it'd be 100% gold.
I think
but then it would just kind of like be in a lump.
If you were like a prospector and it was like gold that you like mined or something,
totally,
then that's badass.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you're just trying to flex, then no, it's got to be like proper.
Oh no,
Canadian,
this wasn't flex. This
Canadian
was art
pure,
statement.
Okay. Like it's got to be 4 9s Royal Canadian Mint proper
that
gold
plus a leather bar, a leather band. Awesome.
You know that streamer who did the "I've got your whole house on my wrist" thing?
Yeah.
Be like, I've got your whole watch on my wrist.
I love that. I think I can see an entire series where you have different watch price points and they're all leather bands, but the cost of the watch has a different amount of gold in it. So like $35,000 of gold. You have a Patek Philippe that's like 1.2 million. You have this big lump of gold, but they're all like the same watch. And then you can just compare your lumps of gold. And it would be the same depending on like market forces.
I was going to say all the pricing for the watches could just be market rate.
Absolutely.
Sorry, excuse me, 5 9s. The Royal Canadian Mint was the first to reach 5 9s.
That'd be a great art series. Somebody should do that. Linus, can I borrow $27 million? Actually, it's less after today.
It's just a small project.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. No, Dan.
Bye.